What's up, everybody? Getting underway. Opening day. New York Mets, Pittsburgh Pirates. Paul Skeens versus Freddie Peralta. Getting underway. Hopefully for a much better season for the Mets this year. Hopefully for a much better season for the Mets. Let's see what happens, man. They had such a down year last year. A lot of big changes were made. A lot of names were kicked out and moved on. We'll get into all of that. We'll get into the new players on the Mets. Some questions I have about the Mets. Always questions with the Mets. Always questions with the Mets. Some risky decisions. David Stearns had to really go forward and make a few bold changes, not running it back with the same crew. Angus, first cellar dweller and soccer ambassador in the basement. On my lunch hour, I have Turkey versus Romania. Wow, in 44 minutes, I'm all ears. Thanks as always, Angus, for support. I just figured I was trying to get Lou to come on today. He's at work too. I think there's a lot of people at work, but I'm like, cut out of work and watch baseball. This is like 3 opening days, which is a little odd. I don't understand the 3 opening days, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So Freddie Peralta's coming out now. Finally, they got a real ace. They got a real ace in Freddie Peralta. Last year, they went with Minaya. Clay Holmes, believe it or not, turned out to be like their best starter last year. And everybody thought that was going to be like, he's a bullpen guy, and the Yankees never thought he was a starter. Clay Holmes turned out to be the most consistent starter for the Mets last year. He's pretty good. Yankee Kyle, another cellar dweller accounted for. Yankee Kyle's in the basement. What's up, Yankee? I didn't know who I was going to get in here today because it's so early during a work week, but hey, why not? We're going to be doing a lot of games this year, a lot of games. And I may be on later for the Knicks. The Knicks are on at 7. I might do that tonight too. So we'll see what happens. But we'll be on a lot. The World Cup, NBA, NHL playoffs, all of that's coming up. It's going to be busy. O'Neal Cruz is leading it off for the Pirates. O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal is his first name. You know why? His father named him O'Neal after his favorite Yankee, Paul O'Neal. If you didn't know that, O'Neal Cruz. That's his first name, and that's why he was named that. So, there you are. Yep, doing well. Angus, you nailed it. You nailed it, Kyle. We'll pin that one because that's a positive statement right there, Kyle. I like that. That's what it comes down to, man, is we're all alive and well, man. That's it. So we got Peralta on the mound, Francisco Alvarez behind the plate, Polanco at first, Simeon at second, Lindor at third, Lindor at short, Bichette at third, Juan Soto, Luis Robert, and Carson Benz, the rookie making his debut, Carson Benz in right field. I like that. They just moved him up. Like, when are the Yankees going to move up Spencer Jones? Like, you've been hearing about this guy for like 5 years, Yankee Kyle, right? Like 5 years you've been hearing about Spencer Jones and how great he is, and the Yankees won't trade him. Well, when are we going to see him? When are they going to see him, right? So here we go. Real pitcher. And by the way, a lot of Yankees, Yankee Kyle, a lot of Yankees are on the Mets. Luke Weaver, Clay Holmes, Soto, Devin Williams. There's a lot of former Yankees on. It's like you'll feel like you're watching the Yankees, Yankee Kyle. Oh, I'm going to pin that one, by the way. I just said that. Yankee Kyle, I'm pinning your message because that's positive, man. Alive and well. I like that. Good stuff. Mean, another cellar dweller accounted for. Mean, happy Thursday. Johnny and Stella, yes, let's kick back, enjoy some baseball. Amen. Let's do it. A Mets win would be nice. I wish I was at Citi Field right now. Citi Field, Mean, have you ever been there? It's a beautiful stadium, man. Much better than Shea. That's a strike. 2-1 on O'Neal. O'Neal Cruz, that is. This is exciting, man. We needed a real. So think about it. They have Devin Williams as their closer now. 2-2. Devin Williams, we remember, is the guy that gave up the 3-run bomb to Pete Alonso in the 2024 playoffs. Remember, they had a 3-run. He's the one that gave it up. But now they're relying on him to be his closer. Did he go around? Full count. First batter, nobody on. Mean, how you doing, man? I might be on for the Knicks tonight too at 7. I might be. We'll see. We'll see. No promises, but we'll see. That's right, Kyle. That's why I pinned it, man. I pinned it just to be alive and well. That's right, man. Absolutely, Kyle. That's the statement of the day, man. Got to enjoy life, man. Got to enjoy life. Got to enjoy life, Kyle. That's what it's about. Oh, that's going to drop in. That's going to drop in. That was just a little. That was kind of like a check swing. Like, you have a full count. You don't want to strike out looking, so he kind of reached out. It's on NBC for those that don't know. He just kind of reached out. That's like an excuse me single. It's like an excuse me single, but hey, he's on. That's a fast guy on first right now. Angus, since I work from home, I set up a work treadmill and turned my desk into a Snap-on one. I'm a lot less tired. That's freaking awesome, Angus. So many people work from home nowadays, right? When the COVID came around, everybody was like, I don't want to be at home every day. And now everybody ended up liking being at home every day. I don't know if that was the case for you, but I'm just saying a lot of people. Brandon Lau up, the former Tampa Bay Ray. That's back. 2-run home run by Brandon Lau. Brandon Lau, as the first pitch he sees as a Pittsburgh Pirate, again, he came from the Tampa Bay Rays, hit a lazy fly ball that went over the wall. It's 2-0 Pirates. Come on.
It didn't take long for the Pirates to go into their home run celebration, and that's an actual steel mill workers welding helmet. A gentleman by the name of Dave Stevenson spent 22 years working in the Pittsburgh steel mills, has his helmet used as the Pirates' celebratory.
1 second, guys. Sorry.
Just scraped over the right field wall. 2-0 Pittsburgh. And there's something about season openers ready for all the last open the season in the Bronx as a Brewer.
Yep, 100%. That's what it's about, man. These people that get like too high. Like, look at all these people hating on Aaron Judge today. Like the Yankees won yesterday, what, 7-0? And you would think they lost because all the media is talking about is Aaron Judge. Not Max Fried pitching a great game. Not that the fact that they won. Right, Yankee Kyle? All you hear about is Aaron Judge all day. All day. Ozuna up now. I mean, the Pirates might have a pretty good team this year. And you got Paul Skeens pitching today, by the way, guys. You got Paul Skeens pitching for the Pirates today. Like, talk about a lights-out pitcher. OG Cellar Dweller and our cricket ambassador, Manav, is in the basement. Manav's in the basement. So is Stella. Stella's been very active the last few days in the basement. She's been flying around and very active, very lively. Want to say hello, Stella? Very active and alive the last couple of days, as we've all seen. Really cool. Really cool. Ozuna strikes out, so now we got 2 outs. How you doing, Manav? That's great, man. I'm glad to have you in here, Manav. It's 10:30 in the morning for you out there in California. Ryan O'Hearn up. Former Baltimore Oriole and Padre. I didn't even know he played for the Padres last year. I just remember him as an Oriole. So it must have been like a mid-season trade. Mean, doing great, Johnny. Thanks for asking. Hope you and Stella are doing good as well. Man, we're doing great. That's why I pinned Kyle's message today. Alive and well. Everybody's alive and well, and that's what matters. That's what matters, man. How you Getting closer to the NHL playoffs, your first playoffs. I'm excited for you, man. Your first playoffs. Yeah, it's in the low 70s here today, Angus. Low 70s here today, but then on Saturday it's going to be 43. We're getting there, though. I think next week it's going to be pretty warm here, man. We're getting there. Strike three. Struck him out. Gave up a 2-run homer. So come on, Mets. And you got Paul Skeens. You just gave Paul Skeens a 2-run lead, man. Come on. And that was such a lazy – it's a home run. What can you do? It's a home run. But it just like the way Benj was running back in right field for the Mets and running back and looking, you thought eventually he was going to catch it on the warning track, and it just kept traveling. Yeah, Manav, you guys in Cali have been getting hammered out there. You guys have been getting hammered out in Cali. I know it, man. It's been with the heat. I know it's been very hot for you out there. Stella, Manav says what's up. Johnny, that was the first opening day shutout since 67. Right. That's right. And I don't think the Giants, right, for the Giants, right? And you know what? All you hear about is what? Aaron Judge. It's game one. So even if Aaron Judge, let's say, went 3 for 4, you would have heard about, why didn't you do that in the WBC? He's never going to win. It's such a great human being, great guy. He's the new LeBron. He's going to get hated on like LeBron. Every move he makes is going to get critiqued. And the positive moves will just revert back to the negative. Really, really great. Really, really sad. To a great guy, man. The chatterbox in the basement. That's right. That's right.
Ride the Baja wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew. We're here. The place we run to every spring. Where's the love of the
I was trying to get Lou on with us today. That's who I'm texting with right now. Lou is at work, man. He was trying to get Lou on with us today, man, because, Lou's the diehard Met fan, real diehard. So, yeah, he said, sorry, he couldn't be on. So Paul Skeens, who's generally lights out at all times, is on the mound. Francisco Lindor leading off, but we're going to do it today. Come on. We're in Citi Field. You're in Queens. Let's go. 2 balls, no strikes to Francisco. You got Lindor, Juan Soto, Bo Bichette, Jorge Polanco, Luis Robert, Brett Beatty. 3 new Mets in a row right there. And Marcus Semien, by the way, is also here. There's some bold trade moves that David Stearns made, man. I don't understand not bringing back Pete Alonso, to be honest. I get not running it back with Nimmo and McNeil. Those were staples of the Mets, man. Those are longtime Mets. But I get it. You got to make a change with Pete Alonso. So you don't bring back Pete Alonso like the ultimate New York Met from a rookie to then to where he was at. And you sign Jorge Polanco to play first base, and he's never played first base in his life. You have no backup first baseman either, by the way. They might use Brett Beatty there, I guess. Brett Beatty can play anywhere, but that's a risky move, man. People think that playing first base is easy. You think playing first base is easy? It might be the easiest position of the infield, and that's not to say it's easy. Those guys whip that ball over to you. They go high, they go low. You got to scoop them off the ground. You got to worry about getting rammed into them. That's not an easy position. Full count on Lindor now. Full count. Yep. I'm saying what's up. Good. I'm glad some guys came in here, man. I was unsure at first about doing the game because I'm like, I don't know who's going to be around at 1 o'clock on a Thursday. But I figured, hey, you know what? Why not? Let's just do it. Let's get it started. I mean, I was going to watch it anyway. All right, Lindor, leadoff walk, leadoff walk. Good, leadoff walk. Let's go. Here comes Juan Soto. Juan Soto, please tie this game up. One swing ties it up. We got a man on first. Bottom of the first inning. One and one. Come on, man. These great pitchers, sometimes if they start out slow in the first inning, you got to take advantage while you can. Because he settles in, man. It's going to be lights out. You got to take advantage while you can. Man on first, nobody out. 1 and 1 on Soto. Come on, you got to take advantage. Soto was 2 stolen bases shy of a 40-40 season last year. He had 27 stolen bases after the All-Star break. Yankee, always appreciate it, my man. Always appreciate it, Kyle. Appreciate the support, my man. Mean, Johnny, wasn't a great see. It was, man. I mean, that's what I was saying. The best thing about the WBC is you get to go for players. Soto, looks like that's going to drop in. It's going to drop in. Lindor going to third. Woo, he just made it. O'Neal Cruz threw a great ball, and he just made it. He just made it. Soto kind of got one right in the gap. O'Neal Cruz, what an arm, man. That was a great throw. Lindor just made it. Let me see it again. They might review it. Oh, I don't know if he made it. I don't know if they're going to review it so early, though. Bo Bichette making his Mets debut with first and third. Nobody out. Let's go. Go Lightning. I'm with you, Mean. I'm with you. And right now, we're 2 points behind the Buffalo Sabres for first place. Here we go. Bo Bichette hit .311 last year for the Blue Jays. Big opportunity for him. You want to start off right with the New York crowd? Get a key hit right here. A three-run home run would be tremendous. But just getting a run in will get him already good with the crowd. I'm trying to update Lou while he's at work. Here's Bichette. Come on, man. 0-1. 0-2. Come on, Bichette. Come on, man. Come on. Last season with runners in scoring position for the Blue Jays, Bichette was .381, 10 doubles. I missed the rest because I was reading it too slow, but .381 average is all you really need to know. 1-2, ball one, 1-2, 1-2. I know, Stella, this is tight. Oh, no, excuse me. It's 0-2. He foul tipped it. He foul tipped that one. That's going to score a run. Fly out to right field. Caught on the fly. Lindor's coming home. Bichette did his job. Sacrifice fly. Did his job. Sacrifice fly. 2-1 now. You know the best thing about a sacrifice fly? It doesn't even go against your batting average. It doesn't go against it. Even though it's technically a fly out, it doesn't go against your batting average. So he gets an RBI. Jorge Polanco, another new Met. The guy can definitely hit. And he's a switch hitting first baseman. I mean, it's just starting out as a first baseman. Last year he hit 265, 26 bombs, 78 RBIs with the Seattle Mariners last year. He could play multiple positions, by the way, but this is his first time playing first. Whoa, he almost picked off Soto at first. Don't get picked off, Juan. Let's go.
Just looking at these two batters, Bichette, and I couldn't agree with you more. That's a change up there, puts the ball in play. How often do we see guys still with their A swing? He needed it, got a sack fly. But Polanco, I'll tell you, you talk about a bat-the-ball guy who doesn't strike out and puts the ball in play. Both of these pickups were great. Polanco had such a good run in the postseason last year.
Man, I wish Lou was on with us, man. It's fun having him on with the Met games.
Big shoes to fill, though, with Pete Alonso going to Baltimore, no doubt.
Everybody's safe. First and second, everybody's safe. Polanco beat it out. Polanco beat it out. Citi Field, yep. Citi Field would be another stadium I'd love to visit. Oh, man, going to the Madison Square Garden. Citi Field's a beautiful stadium, man. And I grew up, my father was a diehard Met fan. And because he grew up a Brooklyn Dodger fan, he hated the Yankees, always hated the Yankees. I think the only Yankee he ever liked was Bernie Williams. And we went to Shea Stadium a lot. The stadium, I mean, I always remember it because I went with my father a lot. I always remember it for that. But it started to become a real dump and a real, just needing work all the time. So they built Citi Field, man. What a beautiful stadium, man. Going to Citi Field is awesome. That's a great trip for you, Neen. Madison Square Garden, see the Knicks and the Rangers. See them both. And Citi Field for the Mets. Old Yankee Stadium I liked better. The new Yankee Stadium is like a shopping mall, man. It's like a shopping mall. The old Yankee Stadium I like better. Because I'm just an old school person, man. So. All right, Luis Robert up. We got first and second. Let's go. That's awesome, Manav. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, Manav. Glad you're a part of this basement with us, man. I'm glad you're here today. Angus, I saw your trucker video. I enjoyed. Oh, man. Angus, that's scary, man. You know what? It's taking jobs, man. The country stopped without truckers, man. It stopped. Everything stops. People don't realize, man. You know what I call Angus? Hold on, Angus. Oh, that was foul. I know, Stella, when he hit it, I thought that was going. But it went way foul, so I don't want to make it sound like it was close if you're not watching. Angus, as truck drivers across the country, you know what we called ourselves? The offensive linemen of America. Because in the NFL, the offensive linemen are what? The lowest paid guys. And without them, the offense wouldn't work. Without the offensive line, the offense wouldn't move at all. Even if your offensive line is bad, it wouldn't move at all. Truckers are the offensive linemen of America. Without them, it doesn't work. Without the offensive line, the offense doesn't work. Without truckers, everything stops. Every career that is out there in the country stops. Everything stops. You don't have your supplies, you can't do your job. Everything stops. But we're the offensive line. That's what we called ourselves. 2-2. Man, this is great. And you're getting Skeen's pitch count up. This is great. He's at 26 pitches already in the first inning. And like I was telling you, going for Skeens in the WBC, I was going for everybody. Bryce Harper, I was going for everybody. Everybody, because they were all part of the Team USA. So I was going for everybody. I wasn't hoping Harper did bad or hoping Skeens did bad because they're rivals. Man, I went for everybody, man. You wanted to win that thing. So, yeah. Yeah, the robots we were talking about yesterday, Angus. Right. 100%. 100%. Well, we need human error out of the game. Well, then you better take all the humans out of the game, not just the umpires. I don't like it. People are like, yeah, when a bad call goes against your team, you know what? My team shouldn't have been in position where a bad call should decide the game. That's the way I feel, man. I think it was Bill Parcells used to say stuff like that. You can't blame the game on the refs. It's one call. What about every other play in the game? How come you didn't get it done? You are what your record says you are. That was his famous line. You are what your record says you are. No moral victories are for the fans. It's true. Bases loaded. Yes, Stella. Bases loaded. Lou must be going crazy at work. This is impressive. You got Skeens on the ropes, man. And in the WBC, Skeens was lights out, and he was lights out against the Dominican Republic. I mean, that was a real batting order. Let's go. Been there plenty of times. Plenty of times. Oh, my gosh, man. The home opener. I'm going to take a quick look. Depending on where you sit, it's actually... Depending on seat location, you could get tickets as low as $67. So you'd probably be in the upper deck. I've sat in the upper deck before. If you sit on the lowest part of the upper deck, it's not bad. That's going to get a run in. That's going way back. It's over O'Neill's head. Boom, 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 boom. That's going to score a couple of runs. 3-run score on a bases clearing double by Brett Beatty. Bases clearing triple, excuse me. Bases clearing triple. It's 4-2 Mets in the bottom of the first inning off the best pitcher in the game. Wow. Brett Beatty knocked it right over Cruz's head. He was in center field and went over his head. He misplayed the ball. Stella, this is crazy. Marcus Semien, this might bring a run home. O'Neal Cruz, he missed it. He missed it. It's 5-2 Mets. O'Neal Cruz lost the ball in the sun. It literally fell to his left. He missed it. It's 5-2 Mets. Oh, my gosh. Listen, we can't make – listen, look. You ever look up in the sun? Because there'll be haters. How can you miss that? Dude, when the sun's in your eyes, man, and a ball's coming down, you can lose that. He just lost the ball, man. But we'll take it. 5-2 Mets. Losing, like flipping out. So roughly $67 on average. So you probably get decent seats if you want for maybe $100, man. I mean, if you want to sit right behind home plate, it says it's $9,000. I love being in Manav. We love it too, man. Where the NYCFC stadium is being built, where Shea used to be. They need a home stadium. When they play at Citi Field or even Yankee Stadium, it's terrible looking field. For soccer, is it not, Angus? That's like the worst looking field. It's awkward looking for a soccer match. It's awkward looking. Des and I went to a Mets game a couple of years ago. It was great. We had a great time. Nothing going right for Skeens. He just walked Alvarez. This is probably the worst Paul Skeens has ever looked, man, because this guy is as money a pitcher as you can get. Two outs, first and second. Are they taking him out of Paul Skeens been knocked out in the first inning. Wow. Who would have ever called that? Wow, Paul Skeens got pulled. Man, you would never think that Paul Skeens just got pulled in the first inning. There's two outs with two on, and the Mets are still batting. I mean, we were all singing the blues already. They were down 2-0 at the top of the first. 5 runs off of Skeens in the bottom of the first. OG cellar dweller, basement bouncer, hockey ambassador, Bruin in the basement. What's going on, Bruin? What's happening, man? A lot of action already. Man, what's going on, Bruin? Says what's up to Manav and Kyle. And Angus doing good. Smell of Grant. Kyle, man, wow. I mean, the second best thing besides a grand slam, a bases clear and triple. Poor O'Neal Cruz, man. He misplayed Brett Beatty. Misplayed his fly ball, and it went over his head in center field. And then the next one, he's staring. He put his hands up over his eyes. He lost the ball, and literally the ball went like right to the side of his glove. He doesn't wear sunglasses, man. He paid for it then. Man, who saw that coming? I was worried about a 2-0 lead handed to Paul Skeens in the first inning. I'm like, man, the Mets are going to have to work hard to get these 2 runs back. Guess not. I saw one of the – you know what? The next time Paul Skeens pitches, whoever they play against, he's going to make the next team pay for this. I guarantee you his next outing is going to be like a 1-hit, 16-strikeout game. So Johan Ramirez is in the game now. They got to go to their bullpen in the first inning. Lindor is up. They batted around. Passed ball on the first pitch. Passed ball on the first pitch by the relief pitcher. The runners move up. It's second and third now. You got to be kidding. Who would have saw this coming? Stella, this is insane. First pitch from the relief pitcher. He goes a wild pitch. Now there's runners at second, third. Lindor gets a single, man. They're both going to come home. I saw one of the bands that warmed up for the Beatles when they played at Shea Stadium. The Remains. Never even heard of them. Never heard of the Remains, but I've heard of Shea Stadium. You know, it's funny. Billy Joel has played at Shea Stadium a ton of times. I wish I could have seen him. And I know he and Elton John played together. What a show that must have been. Billy Joel and Elton John, and they were doing each other's songs. That must have been one hell of a show, man. That was, and he's done a few at Yankee Stadium, but I know Billy Joel's a Met fan overall. But there's been a lot of concerts at Shea Stadium, man. You know, I would have loved to have seen Billy Joel and Elton John on the same stage singing each other's songs. Wow, man. That's that would have been amazing. Like, anyway, so the Mets have batted around. Lindor is up again in the first inning. He's flying out, maybe flies out. Pittsburgh can catch this. Pittsburgh is finally out of the inning. It's 5-2 Mets at the end of one. Woo! Wow. Top of the second inning coming up. What an eventful first inning. I don't do fantasy, but I guarantee you, whoever had Paul Skeens in his fantasy today, nobody would have seen him giving up 5 runs and being pulled in the first inning. Whose bingo card was that on? Whose bingo card was that on? I'm going to Yankee Stadium on Thursday, the 13th of August again. Is that when you're going with your dad, Kyle? You going with your dad? Is that the game you were talking about? You guys are going to Manhattan and going there? That's what you're doing, right, Kyle? That's awesome, man. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna have a really. I'm trying to get to a Yankee game this year, a Met game. I'd like to go to at least one for both teams. I'd like to go to one for both teams. Manav, in 2028, my dad and my brother might get to see some cricket matches here in California for the Olympics. Wow, Manav. That's awesome. Going to sporting events with your family and going with your father is like the greatest thing. My father's not here anymore. We didn't have a lot in common. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys we did. But one thing we really got along on, and the reason I'm a sports fanatic, is because of him. Because of him. I learned a lot from him when it came to the sports, man. We were very different, 2 different people entirely, but we bonded over sports. We really bonded over sports. That's something you'll never forget, Manav. The times that you get to go to games. When I think of games, I think of him. He was, like I said, he was a diehard Mets fan, and we went to a lot of Mets games. And we went to if he got tickets, if he could get tickets to a Yankee game, we would go to Yankee games. Like he went to any game he could get tickets for. He got offered tickets from various people. He knew people that went to games. Had friends of his that were season ticket holders of other. If his friend said, "Hey man, I can't get to the Yankee game tonight. You want tickets?" Yeah, let's go. He just going to games. OG cellar dweller Rick the Ninja in the basement. Rick the Ninja. What's going on, man? What's going on, Rick? Are you excited about the Jets? Jets. Rick is my fellow Jet fan in misery. Yep. But anyway, the Mets. That's what we're looking at right now. The Mets. Yes, man. I bet you. I'm telling you right now, guys. 5 days from now, whoever Paul Skeens' next start, better watch out. Paul Skeens is going to make the next team. I don't care if it's the Dodgers. He's going to make the next team he pitches against pay for this one. He is going to make somebody pay for this one, even if it's the Dodgers. The next team that he faces better watch out. You will not get this very often. It is. I hate watching, like, Freddie Peralta up now, top of the third inning, top of the second inning. They have Skeens in the dugout. I love pitchers that still they still stick around the dugout. They don't go in the ball, and just say, well, my day's over. He stays in there and he's watching and he's pissed. Every time they show him, he is pissed. So that's why when I say that, I'm looking at him on the screen like watch out. I'm going to see right now who the Pirates play next. Well, no, it'd be his next start, so that wouldn't make sense. So whatever. His next start, he's going to make someone pay for it. That's what I'm saying. And I'm glad it's not going to be us. I don't know, man. Paul Skeens is such a lights-out pitcher. You think, if nothing, that would have pumped him up more. I mean, it is WBC was technically during spring training. You know what I mean? Would a pitcher of an elite status like Paul Skeens is? I mean, I guess, you know what? Everybody, even Tom Brady had days where he threw multiple interceptions. You know, like everybody has a bad day, and I guess we just saw it. I guarantee you'll probably never see Paul Skeens get this entire season. I guarantee he'll never get knocked out in the first inning again. You know, guys like this, they don't forget. And they will beat themselves up over it, and they will come out. I'm telling you, his next start, I'm going to wait for it, and I'm going to bring it up the next time he starts. I guarantee you it's going to be lights out game. Every superstar has had a bad game, and we just witnessed it. But it could be. I mean, he did really well in the WBC, man. And he's not playing a pushover team. I mean, the Mets are a pissed-off team, too, because they didn't make the playoffs last year, and they had a team that should have. The Mets' play last year was disgusting for the team that they were. The first half, they were great. The second half of the season, they had, I believe, 3 different times where they lost 7 straight games at 3 different times. The bullpen was a mess. The starters couldn't get past the 4th or 5th inning. And even when the starters had a lot of injuries, but even when they were pitching, they were getting bombed. And the bullpen would come in, and then Ryan Helsley and some of these guys they got in trades were awful. I think Helsley gave up 20 runs in 16 innings total. Good. Alvarez got him out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, going to the bottom of the second. 3 up, 3 down Mets. On the bottom of the second. Did he really? Oh, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. LSU. Lou! Boom, 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 boom. I told you, Lou and I were texting. Lou is in the basement. Lou. Yo, Lou. Look. Come on, man. We got the legends on today, Lou. We got the legends on, man. Let's go. Lou is in the basement. Lou will be on for Mets games this year, guys. He was at work today. I texted him last night. Lou, are you off tomorrow? Like, you got to be on, man. It's great having Lou on in general, but having him on for Mets games is awesome, man. Lou's at work right now. I know he's paying attention to the game. We're texting. So, yeah. Stella, how you doing? Yes, she's doing great. My dad was not a sports fan, but I have to give him credit. He bought tickets and went with me. That's awesome, man. I learned a lot from him. Myself, I mean, when I was a kid, I was always like, when my uncle or family was over, they would always turn to football or baseball. It's like, man, it's like I wanted to watch Bugs Bunny. So Lou's at work, guys, so he doesn't respond all the time. That's why, because he's at work. But, yeah. Yep. Oh, man, it'd be fun to have him on. I'm more excited for the Bills these days. Rick, there's nothing wrong with that. You know from me, Rick, I go for the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. People are like, how can you do that, man? You're a Jets fan. The Jets season is over, and, like, by October 10th, our season is already over. So you got to have another team to go for. Like, if the Giants played the Bills in the Super Bowl, I would go for the Giants. The Giants are my second team. But the Bills, I respect the Bills fans, Rick. I've told them a million times. They have suffered, if not more than us as Jet fans. Really, they have no ring, the 4 Super Bowls. Then they went from 99 to 2017 before they even made the play. They've been through everything that we're going through right now. They've been through it, and they remained loyal to their team. They remained loyal. And they're New York, man. The only New York team I will never in life go for is you already know, your team, the Islanders. Like, you would never go for the Rangers, and I respect that. We play in the same division. That's different. And nobody cares when people say, well, the Nets. Nobody cares about the Nets. I'm a Knicks fan. I don't care about the Nets. No, nobody even thinks about the Nets. That's totally different. Soto just grounded out. Bottom of the second inning, 5-2 Mets. I'll tell you, man. I absolutely love the New York Mets, Rick. There's nothing wrong with all these teams out there and all that. Why should we suffer every year as Jet fan? You got to find another outing. You have to, Rick. And people that say that's not loyal, yeah, it is. Or you guys are casual fans? No, I'm not a casual fan. Not even close. Not even close. There's times I love the Mets more than the Yankees. I mean, like, the Mets are they got that underdog mentality. They got that underdog fight mentality that I love about them, but they are a frustrating team also. And I grew up in a Mets household, so I've always liked the Mets anyway. This was nothing new. I was a Darryl Strawberry fan, Dwight Gooden, Howard Johnson. I'm really going back. I remember when the Mets got George Foster from the Reds. That's really showing my age. George Foster, Mookie Wilson. The Mets were a fun team. George Foster was not very good on the Mets. He was awesome on the Reds. Bo Bichette already has an RBI for in his debut at bat. He already has an RBI. 1 out, nobody on, 5-2 Mets. Yep, good, man. We had some guys showing up today. I was unsure of what a Thursday afternoon game was going to bring. And then when Lou was like, he was at work, he wasn't going to take off for the Mets. I'm like, Lou's a real diehard Met fan. So, like, man, how many Met fans are going to take off today? All right, so 2-2. And Rick, I don't blame you if you said that. You know what? Bichette struck out. So 2 outs, nobody on. Rick, I wouldn't blame you if you were like, I'll always like the Jets, and you're a Bills fan now. I mean, you put in years and years and years with a team. I'll always love the Jets, and I always tell you guys I'm never watching them again. And then the next week I'm watching them again. There's a great YouTube channel. It's called Let's Talk Jets. Tyson Roush is the host of that channel. He is as long as, or if not longer than I am, Jet fan. And I'm 44 years in. Polanco up. And he always says, and it's true, people that say, I'm never watching this team again. I'm going to sell my jersey. Blah, blah, blah. I've done all that. He goes, and you know what, you guys? You're going to watch it again. You're going to be right back the next week watching them. And he's right, because I am. I'm right back there the next week watching them. And I'm so pissed at them, but I will never dump them as a team. I would never dump them as a team. I just never would. But I don't blame you. I don't blame you if you've been watching the Bills more, Rick. It's got to be exciting. You got to have something to pull for. You can't just watch crap week in and week out. And you and I have been watching the Jets. It's crap. But right now, I can't go for the Sabres because I'm happy for the Buffalo fans that the Sabres have finally come around, and all the Buffalo fans that follow my channel. I'm happy for them as a fan of a team that and I know what it feels like. But since they're battling with my Lightning right now, I can't do that. So there we are. Back to work for me. I'm all ears now. Take care, everyone. Angus, thank you for the support, and thank you for having me on. Polanco walks. He gets a walk to first base. Boy, Pittsburgh having to go to that bullpen with Paul Skeens, man. The bullpen guys were like, what? We got to warm up? The bullpen pitchers for the Pirates probably figured that they had the day off because Skeens was on the mound. They probably wouldn't have to go into, the 8th inning. Luis Robert up again. He walked his first time at bat.
And now Luis Robert Jr. for his second time. He drew one of the walks and scored the first. Even right there, Luis Robert Jr., unbelievable physical talent. I know a couple years ago.
Luis Robert kind of fell off with the White Sox last year, but he's playing for the White Sox. I mean, how inspired are you getting to go out there? You're probably already uninspired by the end of May if you're a White Sox player, right? Or Colorado Rockies. Like at the end of Memorial Day weekend, you're probably uninspired. You're probably already about 20 games out of first place by that point. And you still got 4 months of baseball left. Yeah, I mean, today's just an off day. Like I told you, I don't care if he's pitching against the Dodgers next time. Whoever he's pitching against next time is going to pay for this. And that's the way those guys are. All right, the Mets are down. The Mets are down. They're going to the top of the third inning. Pittsburgh coming to bat. Yep, Lou is working, Kyle. So if he doesn't respond to you guys, that's probably why. But he wanted to say what's up. I know he's watching the game or following the game somehow on his phone. I loved Keith on Seinfeld. Hernandez, yeah, when he said Jerry tells Kramer I'm not driving him to the airport, right? Because of Mets. That's right. That's right. That was a good one, Manav. That was a good one, Manav. I remember that episode, man. And the one I always liked, do you remember the one, Manav, where George was they had the game like Frogger going across the street, trying to avoid the traffic. And Larry David playing George Steinbrenner was always great. Always great. Good stuff on that one, Manav. Good memory. Yep, there he is. Lou, what's up, guys? At work, but watching. Yep, I knew it. I knew Lou. I told him that Lou is definitely not missing the game. He just couldn't take off. Definitely not missing the game. Yep. So, Lou, man, Paul Skeens. I keep telling these guys, whoever he pitches against next is going to pay for this today. You will never see Paul Skeens pulled in the first inning again this entire season. This will never happen again. But it happened today. We'll take it. We will take it. It happened today. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, I mean, remember that one? The Frogger one is a classic. I remember a few of them. I haven't seen every Seinfeld episode, but I remember a lot of them when I used to watch it a lot, which was years and years ago. The other one, I think, was when Kramer thought he was on the subway and he thought he could beat it to get his burrito and get back in time. He had his arm through the door. He didn't make it, and the guy took the food. And that was great.
Some 1987 opening day highlights. Mets get their rings.
They just showed 1987 highlights of the Mets opening day against the Pirates, and Darryl Strawberry hit a huge home run. And that's the day they got their rings, which was the last time they won a ring, 1986. 40 years ago. Goodness gracious. One thing that's weird about New York teams, outside of the Yankees' runs in the 90s, most of them win a ring, and then they don't win another one for like 30, 40 years. I mean, like, it's really bad, man. Like, even the Yankees, they won in 78, right? They won back-to-backs in 78, and then they made the World Series in 81, but they lost to the Dodgers. They didn't even win a World Series again until 1996 to 96. That's a long stretch. And they're middle of the long stretch right now. The Mets made the World Series in 2015 and lost to the Royals. And the Mets had a great pitching staff and lost anyway. Nobody saw that coming. They had Jacob deGrom, Thor, Syndergaard. They always called him Thor because of his hair. Matt Harvey. Ground out to Bichette at third. Boom. That's one out. This is great. Peralta's in the third inning. He's only thrown 34 pitches to this point. Yeah. Good stuff. Glad to have you guys in here. I was really wondering who would be in here on a work day. Yeah, the Mets last year just fell apart. I like what David Stearns did. You can't just keep running back the same team. The core of McNeil, Nimmo. I mean, Alonso is part of that core, but I'm sorry, that's the part of the core that should still be here. Now, Nimmo, they traded away. I wasn't big on it. You brought back Marcus Semien, who's 35. So Nimmo, okay, you want to trade him and get rid of the core. You're bringing back a guy who's 35. Marcus Semien still is a Gold Glove caliber second baseman, but I don't know how much he can hit anymore. So O'Neal Cruz back to the top of the batting order for Pittsburgh. O'Neal Cruz is up. He had a single his first time up. Remember, then Brandon Lau came up, hit a 2-run homer, and we were all nervous that, like, oh, man, Paul Skeens is going to be on the mound with a 2-run lead right off the bat. Here we are.
I can't imagine a lonelier feeling than 2 missed plays on back-to-back at-bats behind your staff base on opening day in the first inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And for you Yankee fans, you'll recognize a lot of players on this team. Luke Weaver is a Met. Luke Weaver had a lot of great things to say about the Yankees. He really wanted to stay with the Yankees, but he talked about how much he learned there and how much he improved with that staff. Remember, I think he came from Arizona. Luke Weaver looks like he's in high school. The guy's like 30-something. Devin Williams, who ironically is now the Mets closer. Edwin Diaz, that was the other guy I was going to bring up. Edwin Diaz, they should have locked him up immediately. They toyed around with him, and the Dodgers came in and took him to their all-star team that they have. O'Neal Cruz, full count. There's 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 3rd inning, 5-2 Mets. George kept telling the guy from helping him move this, they're used by all the battery, right? He thought he'd get the game across the street. That's a strike, dude. They're challenging the pitch. This is the first time I'm seeing this ABS challenge. Call overturned, strikeout. Call overturned, strikeout. The good thing about the ABS, I don't like it. I don't like it. I probably never will, but at least it's an instant decision. You're not sitting here like the NFL. The NFL must have the slowest reviews in any sport. They take forever to review. A guy's foot will be clearly out of bounds. Clearly, the entire foot will be out of bounds, and it takes like 2 commercial breaks to figure that out. I don't like the ABS system because I like human error in the game. I just do. Then replace the people with robots because there's going to be errors from the humans on the field. Brandon Lau again. Another home run. Brandon Lau is 5-3 now. His second at bat, another home run. He has 2 home runs in the game. 103 miles an hour off the bat. Brandon Lau is a brand new Pittsburgh Pirate. Came from the Tampa Bay Rays. His first 2 at bats as a Pirate is 2 home runs off Freddie Peralta. 5-3. Wow. Goodness, the minute he hit it, I'm like, did he just hit another home run? Brian Reynolds up. He's not even a big guy. I mean, like, the minute he hit it, we knew it was gone. And it wasn't like a powerful home run. It just, wow.
Look, Ben Oglivie hit 40 homers with the Brewers back in the 70s, and he was about 165 pounds.
Oh, mean. I'm old school, man. I want the hold on. That's going to be a base hit in the gap. Cut off by Soto. It's a single. I almost could have been a double. Brian Reynolds get a single. Juan Soto got it in quickly, so he keeps him at first base instead of giving it up to a double. I'm old school with that, man. And I can't mess around with this kind of food anymore, but at the time it was hot dogs. Nothing like getting hot dogs at the ballpark, man. Fries, and you got to get the helmet ice cream. You got to get the helmet, and it has the ice cream. It's a plastic helmet, a mini helmet, and it's ice cream in it. That's been going on since I was a kid. You got to get that. It's the helmet of the team, and then you just keep it. That's a cool thing to have at the game, man. I'm old school with that. I never got pizza and all that. I was always old school with the hot dog, the fries, and the helmet ice cream. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. All right, Ozuna up now. It's 5-3. This game is not over. Once the Mets only score 5 runs from the first inning, and think that should have been enough. All right. Robert caught it out of the inning, but he gave up another. Brandon Lau, 2 home runs for the Pirates today. Wow. I'm telling you, the Pirates, I don't think they're going to be a pushover team this year. I don't think they're going to go – I think they're going to be better than they usually are, which is good. You need parity in baseball, man. They need a salary cap. I hope we don't miss a season next year. I hope they don't go on strike next season. I really hope that doesn't happen. But they do need a salary cap, man. They just do. They need a salary cap. And I'm saying that as a fan of teams that spend a lot of money to get these players. It's funny because the Dodgers have the highest payroll. The Mets have the second highest payroll, and the Yankees are still the one that get hated on. But if you grew up a Pirates fan, I mean, there's some teams that are hurting. A Tampa Bay Rays, when they sell out, the Rays are always competitive when, Juan Soto I'll bet he makes more than 3/4 of their roster combined, right? And I bet you the Tampa Bay Rays are very competitive in the AL East. They weren't so much last year, but they're a pretty competitive team that have a team of really names you don't recognize. So the only time those Rays sell out, and I lived in Tampa for a while, I've been to a couple Rays games, Tropicana Field. The only time the Rays sell out is when the Yankees, the Mets, the Red Sox, Phillies, teams like that come down to Tampa. They sell out, and you would think the Rays were the away team. I'm not kidding you. Even the Lightning, as popular as the Lightning are, if any Canadian team, especially Montreal or Toronto, came down to Tampa, and I'm talking when the Lightning were really good, after they won a couple cups, this team won a cup in 2004. We started going to games in 2006. So that was just 2 years removed from the Stanley Cup championship over the Calgary Flames. Montreal came down, or the Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, the Boston Bruins. They'd sell out. You would think the Lightning were the away team because there's so many people from the Northeast that live in Florida. In Canada, forget it. You couldn't even find parking. And I went to a ton of Lightning games, and if they're playing Montreal especially, you couldn't even find parking. My regular parking spots were all gone. You had to get there a day before. I'm not exaggerating, but you get it. Brett Beatty up. Bottom of the third inning, 5-3 Mets. This game is far from over. Far from over. Freddie Peralta having a little bit of a shaky start. He's given up 3 runs in 3 innings, and 2 of them were – actually, all 3 of those runs were by Brandon Lau. A solo shot and a 2-run shot. All 3 runs are from Brandon Lau, the former Tampa Bay Ray. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at, guys. The next Mets game is 4:10 tomorrow, I believe. Oh, no, not tomorrow. I think it's Saturday because they have 3 opening days. Why? What's with the 3 opening days? How about just 1 opening day for everybody? They have 3 opening days. It's just getting weirder and weirder as we're going on. The Mets' next game, Saturday at 4:10. So they're off tomorrow because that's right. Tomorrow's another opening day for the rest of the league. I forgot. So everybody playing yesterday doesn't play today, like the Giants and the Yankees played yesterday, for instance. Neither one of them's playing today because this is opening day for the second group. And then tomorrow's opening day for the rest of the MLB teams. So these teams that are playing today are all off tomorrow. Very bizarre, man. Really bizarre. So, yeah, that's the Mets. Then they play the Cardinals after that. They'll be hitting the road for a couple of series.
So many changes to both sides from last year's opening day lineup. For the Mets, Beatty, of course, incumbent to return.
All right, 2-2 on Brett Beatty. That looks like a foul ball that's going to get into the crowd. So he's still at bat. 2-2.
Full count now. Brett Beatty leading things off in the third.
Yes. The Lightning play tonight at 7 o'clock. They play the Seattle Kraken tonight. I believe it's 7 o'clock. Let me check that out. Yes, they play in Tampa tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm going to try to do that game. I might do that game tonight. Let's see what happens later on. I might actually come on and do that game. The Kraken are playing the Lightning tonight at 7 o'clock. Marcus Semien coming up, who's also 1-for-1. So, yes, that's a big game. After that game, let me check the NHL schedule as a whole. If you wanted to watch a late game after the Lightning tonight, Edmonton Oilers are playing the Vegas Knights. That's a big game. That starts at 9:30, so that'd be pretty much at the end of the Lightning game. Oh, hit off the pitcher. Simeon's running. Oh, he beat it. Wild throw. Semien to second base. Wild throw by the pitcher. It would have been close anyway at first, but wild throw by the pitcher makes Semien get to go to second base with only one out. It hit off his glove. So, yes, the Lightning at 7 o'clock. I might do – I'm not promising tonight. I might do that game tonight. I might. Just depends on what's going on here. And – oh, yeah, it did hit off his glove. And the Oilers and the Vegas Knights, if you wanted to watch a game after that, that would be perfect for that one as well.
And then how many games from Pittsburgh like to hit the play? Oh, very few. I remember my dad telling me in the 70s and mostly in Montreal that he saw Seabrooks gym in the offseason. Well, that's extra scratch, big league ball play. I was born, he wouldn't touch a ball.
1 second, guys.
Mid-January. I think, for folks that are unaware of your deep ties to the Pirates, I think it's a story worth telling. The fact that you're a Pittsburgh guy, your dad played for the Pirates. I'm standing next to Yinzer royalty here. I don't know.
Seattle's middle of the road. I think they're 2 or 3 games above 500. I'll look at their record in a second. They're 31-29, and they are. I don't think they're even. They're in 5th place in the Pacific. I don't think they're in. Let me check something.
We got the receipts right here. And he was fantastic. And the biggest thing was the infield coach there was I was trying to do a different position. I was playing first, second, and third over there. And he was responsible for keeping me sharp and making sure that we were checking the boxes and being in a good place. Usually when CC Sabathia pitched, I would play third base again. I would play left side of the infield. Usually when right-hander pitched, I would slide over to first base.
Right now means Seattle is
Still the ball in 2 strikes to the 23-year-old rookie Carson Bench.
They're 5 points out of the final wild card spot, so technically they're still in it, but they're probably not going to make it. You know the term mathematically still in it? Means like you have Carson Bench just struck out, so there's 2 outs, Marcus Semien on second. They're 5 points out of the last wild card spot, so they're still fighting for a spot. So the game could be very intense tonight. Edmonton versus Vegas, that's a big game. That's at 9:30. That's a really big game. Francisco Alvarez up. Hopefully he has a better season this year. 2024, he had a lights-out season. Last year he got hurt on and off. He even got sent down to the minor leagues in Syracuse for at least a month to reposition, to get his game back together. Yeah, Stella. But he came back up. He's back up, and hopefully he does really well again, man. Young guy has a lot of heart, man. The kid has a lot of heart. A lot of heart.
Those expectations are still there in 2026. And as Carlos Mendoza told us before the game, it's all about just keeping him healthy.
Yeah, he's just got to stay healthy, man. That's it. He's got to stay healthy. Looks like a fly out. Reynolds, yep. And he flew out. That's the end of the third inning, going to the top of the fourth. Going to the top of the fourth inning, 5-3 Mets. Pittsburgh coming to bat.
The beach. Corona, she isn't just a place. She is an element. And the salt, the spray.
Yep, so we got that going on, guys. Got that going on.
That's what's inside every bottle of Corona. So no matter where your journey takes you.
All right, while they're coming up, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Be right back. Give me 2 minutes, 2 minutes. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. Freddie Peralta's still out there. He's throwing 52 pitches, giving up 3 runs, basically 2 home runs to Brandon Lau. Has given all 3 runs for the Pirates. Overall, he's not pitching poorly. Just 2 bad pitches, 1 batter, which gave up 3 runs. So that's where we're at. Triolo up right now. He's 0 for 1. Freddie Peralta is one of only 2 pitchers with 200 strikeouts or more in each of the last 3 seasons. That's along with Dylan Cease. Triolo, high bouncer. Francisco Lindor grabs it, throws him out. Barely got him. Got him out. Opening day is great, is it not? Like, it's a long season. It's a long season, but opening day is just, there's something about opening day. It's just great, man. And I've been to one, of all the games I've been to one opening day in my life, and that was with my friend Mike, who passed away now. We went to a Yankee game. He was a huge Yankees fan, but I went with him, and that was, gosh, maybe 99. I think the Yankees opened against the Royals. Might have been 99 or 2000, somewhere around there. He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. It's just too bad he's gone too young.
2 balls and no strikes.
Too young, like maybe he's, late 50s, I think, when he passed away. And he was a huge Jets fan, too. Top of the 4th, already 2 outs, 2-0 on Horwitz now. 2-0 on Horwitz. This is on NBC, by the way, guys. NBC. Now, you didn't have to search too hard for this one. It was on a regular channel. I remember when baseball was on NBC all the time. Bob Costas used to call all the games. All right, 3 up, 3 down for the Pirates. Mets coming back to bat. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up. Everybody's at work. So, what are you going to be watching the Lightning game tonight? It starts April 18th, by the way, the playoffs, and it's so amazing that the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference is the Buffalo Sabres. I'll take that back. They're tied for number 1 with the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes are always right there. They always lose in the playoffs. So you got Buffalo at 96 points. That's right. They got a point last night. They went to overtime. Remember I told you about that? If both teams go to overtime, both teams get a point. The winner gets the full 2 points, and the loser gets 1 point. I don't think the loser should get any points, but that's the way it's been. So Buffalo got an extra point. So if the Lightning win tonight, they'll be 1 point behind Buffalo. They won't meet in the first round of the playoffs. The Canadians are 88 points. They're in 3rd place in the Atlantic. So right now, your top 6 teams mean Buffalo, Lightning, Canadians, Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Penguins. The 2 wild card teams. If the season would stop today, it'd be Boston and Ottawa. And the Islanders are right there at 85 points. Tied with the Senators at 85. I hope I'm going for the Ottawa Senators in every aspect now, so the Islanders don't make it. There's only there's like 15 games left for most teams. There's about 15 games left for most teams. No, not even that. I'll take that back. Hold on a second. About 10 games left. 10 games or less left for most teams. 10 games or left. 10 games or less left. I know you are. It's your first playoffs, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be great, man. I know you are.
T-Mobile members get free MLB.TV. Redeem at T-Mobile.com.
They're showing an overview of Citi Field. You guys got this on, man. This is an amazing view of the stadium. Mason Montgomery on the mound now. Also came over from the Tampa Bay Rays, pitching to Francisco Lindor, his 3rd at bat of the game. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, third at bat. The first inning took a while. The first inning took a while because there was 2 runs by the Pirates and then 5 runs by the Mets. So that first inning took a little while, but now we're moving along here. We're at the bottom of the fourth. Mets with only a 2-run lead. We need more runs. We need more runs. It's a 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on Francisco Lindor. Juan Soto on deck. Manav, you're going to make chicken taquitos from scratch. Good for you, man. Good for you, Manav. Chicken taquitos from scratch. That's awesome, Manav. I wouldn't have a clue how to make that. I don't cook. Rock does all the cooking, as you know, Manav. I don't have any idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. That's why I stay out of it. I don't know what I'm doing in there, Manav. I wouldn't know how to boil water. I stay out of it. That's Rock's world. And you cook a lot, Manav. I'm very impressed. That's awesome, man. That sounds like a great meal. Juan Soto up. Francisco Lindor walked. Last season, Soto started off slow, but ended up with 43 homers and 105 RBIs. Oh, man, he was going for the fences on that one. Foul tip. Foul tip.
If you're thinking about the lefty-lefty matchup here, you know that Juan Soto has 310 hits against lefties. Tied for the second most by any lefty hitter in the last couple of years.
So you know how they like to put a left-handed pitcher against a left-handed batter? They just said Juan Soto, when facing a lefty, which he's doing now, has 310 hits against lefties. So he defies those odds that a left-handed pitcher generally gets out a left-handed hitter. Soto has 310 hits, which is the second most over the last couple of years. I don't know. They didn't say who the first was. Hey, well, at least today I'm not behind in the chat. I knew, like I said, it's Thursday. It's 1 o'clock. I figured a lot of people were at work today, but I took a chance anyway. But the next time they're on is Saturday at 4 in the afternoon. And when the NBA and the NHL playoffs start, we are all over that. So we're going to be doing some baseball games, but mainly it's going to be basketball and hockey playoffs. It's going to be a lot of that in April and May, and the Knicks all the way to the finals. The Knicks all the way to the finals. The Lightning all the way to the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Let's go. And we'll squeeze some Mets games in. We'll squeeze some Yankee games in. We'll squeeze in baseball when we can. Then the World Cup this summer. Don't forget about the World Cup. Soccer is going to be huge. We're going to do a lot of USA World Cup soccer in here too. So, man, it feels like this season, from the baseball starting to the hockey and basketball playoffs to the World Cup, it feels like this spring, this summer is just going to go by, and that's going to be football season. We'll get excited about the New York Jets for like the month of September, and then that'll be over. And then then we'll go on to the baseball playoffs. And NASCAR, I still watch a lot of NASCAR, man. So it's like there's so much going on. Plus regular MLS soccer and footy. How do you keep up with all this stuff? It's not easy. You got to do it it's not easy. It's very overwhelming sometimes. That's what footy, I slowed down. I keep to the teams that are important, like the team I like, Brisbane Lions, and I do the other big games, like maybe the Hawthorne Hawks are a big team. But I can't watch every game. That's like overload. 3-2 on Juan Soto. Full count. Bottom of the fourth inning. Full count. Lindor. Check on Lindor. Back to first. He walks Soto. Soto walks. Now you got first and second. Bo Bichette coming up. Boy, Pittsburgh, every inning, man. Just about every inning so far, the Mets have had runners on base. Let's go. I know, Stella. Come on, Bichette. Let me see if this works. Hold on, guys. I'm looking at a couple of things here. I'm trying to squeeze into the no balls and 2 strikes on Bichette, who already has an RBI today. He's 0-1 overall, though. He had a sacrifice fly, and he struck out. That's the first out. That is the first out of the inning. Bichette struck out. Bichette has faced Montgomery in the AL East. Montgomery pitched for the Tampa Bay Rays, and Bichette, of course, is on the Toronto Blue Jays for the past at least 7 years, 6 or 7 years. Jorge Polanco up now. He's batting from the right side. He's switch hitting from the Mariners, and he played for the Minnesota Twins before that, if you remember back that far. I even forgot about that till they showed it. I'm just very weird about him playing first base. That's it. You get rid of Pete Alonso, man. I understand some of the moves, but the Pete Alonso thing is a little bothering. Because you got a guy to replace him that doesn't play first base, and you have no backup, really. Brett Beatty, he can play multiple positions, but I mean, you have people that are not natural first basemen, so it's a little weird. I didn't like getting rid of Alonso. I'm not big on that. Not big on that. All right, here we go. 1-0 on Polanco. Guys are quiet. It's quiet in here today. I'm not used to that. I'm used to the chat moving. But it's all good. It's early. It's early on a Thursday. 2-1 on Polanco. 1 out. Man, Soto on first, Lindor on second. Polanco gets even a hit in the gap. Lindor's going to score. Oh, man, he tagged that one. That's back. On the warning track, O'Neal Cruz catches it. Lindor has to get back to second. Oh, man. I thought he might have hit that out of the park. He hit it to the deepest part of the park. That's the only reason why it didn't go out. I mean, O'Neal Cruz, the center fielder for Pittsburgh, he better get sunglasses, man, because he had to keep covering his eyes again. Like, you already missed 1 ball. You don't want to miss 2. There's 2 outs now. You got 2 guys still on base. Lindor still at second. Soto still at first. Luis Robert up, who is 0 for 1. He has a walk also, though. He did walk in 1 at bat. Walked his last at bat. I don't know how you could be an outfielder and not wear sunglasses. That's why he missed that ball earlier. That's why he missed it.
It is personal preference, but again, I think that if something happens, you don't have a pretty good answer, right? You don't have an answer why something like that happened. That's why we have to learn. But when something happens with the sun, you gotta have a pretty good answer why you did it.
Ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Again, Luis Robert came from the White Sox. He didn't do much. He's a great player, man. He just didn't do well. I think he just probably got tired of playing for the White Sox. I'm not saying that's a good excuse, but he He's definitely worth a shot to pick up for. He's definitely worth a shot for the Mets to take. Why not? Definitely worth a shot. He's the 5th batter on the order for them too. So if he works out well, man, this batting order could be dangerous. But to me, someone's got to protect Juan Soto in the order. When they took Alonso away, he took away his protection. Oh, that's through. Lindor's running home. He's coming home. Here comes the throw. RBI single for Luis. 6-3 Mets. RBI single. Beautiful hit. I was ahead. I'm going to mess around with some of this stuff. That's boring. All right, Brett Beatty up. He's already on fire. He had an RBI. He had a bases clearing triple. 3 runs batted. 3 of the 6 runs is off of Brett Beatty's bat on one swing. So that's right, guys. We got that in here too. Yeah, I told you I'm messing around with this a little bit. While it's slow in the chat today, at nighttime we do a lot better. 2-1. 2-1 on Beatty. So they haven't really used this ABS system that much. So maybe it won't be annoying. I know they use it in tennis. They do a review in tennis. It's just boom. They use that ABS system and it shows in or out. I still don't like it, but if it's not used that often, then I don't care. If it's not used that often, then it won't bother me. I'm an old school guy with this stuff, so I'm not big on all this technologies, Personally, like I said, it helps for people who are betting. I lost a lot of money because a ref made a bad call. Well, it could have been because someone didn't get a key hit or a pitcher gave up a costly home run or whatever. Yes, there are some bad calls, but there's some bad plays. There's more bad plays. Strike 3, end of the 4th inning. Mets did pick up a run on the RBI single by Luis Robert. Mets are up 6-3 now. They added another run. I always believe in adding on to what you got. Top of the 5th inning coming up. Boy, we had an exciting first inning. It's kind of slowed down since then. Manav, what should I eat for lunch? Oh, man. How about a pizza, Manav? I'm going to tell you things to eat that I can't eat. Like a pepperoni pizza. Man, I miss having stuff like that. You got good pizzeria near you, Manav? Get a pizza. That'd be something good to eat. Always like a good slice of pizza, man. Pepperoni. I haven't had that in a few years, man. I can't. Because of my heart, I can't, Manav. But I'd love to, so you could have it for me. Pepperoni pizza. Don't you have a good pizzeria by you? I think you've said you've had that before. Sounds good, right? Stella approves. So we're going to the top of the 5th inning now. We'll see. Let's just keep rolling through this team. Freddie Peralta's pitching a great game. We get to the Mets bullpen a little bit. We got some deep. Let's see how decent the bullpen does this year. Brosabon, I think, is a very good bullpen pitcher. I think he's going to do a lot better this year. They got Lovelady back. I don't know. I wasn't too big on him last year. I'm sorry. I just wasn't. They got him back, though. Craig Kimbrell did not make the team, but he stayed. He decided to stay with the Mets on their minor league system. They stayed. So he might be a guy that He might be a guy that turns around and is all right. Remember, Craig Kimball's been around the league, and he was a decent closer at one time. But he wanted to stick around in the Mets. Maybe he'll turn out to be something. And the Mets just signed back Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham is in the Mets minor league, says he just came back to the Mets. That is good outfield protection. He is a longtime veteran. Talk about a guy that's been around the league. He's been around the league. And he's been on the Mets before, I believe, 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years. I need Lou for this, but I think it was 2 or 3 years ago he played for the Mets. So he's good to be back, and it's good. And I think they got him because Mike Tauchman tore meniscus. So he's going to be out for a while. So Mets got to load up, but it's going to be tough in the National League. That's going to drop in. Base hit for Gonzalez. Stella, Manav said thank you. Oh, she flapped her wings for you, Manav. Is that Mookie Wilson? It is Mookie Wilson. They're talking to Mookie. He was on the Mets from 80 to 89. Yeah, he's 86. He was a Met fan favorite. Oh, base hit down the line. That's going to be trouble. Gonzalez is going to go home. He's going to go home. That's going all the way to the corner. Juan Soto has to run all the way to get it. That scored a run. 6-4. Pittsburgh got their run right back that they gave up. RBI double. Pirates come within 2 again. That ball was literally right down the line outside of the glove of Bichette and went all the way into the corner, the deepest part of the ballpark on that side. Gonzalez is fast, man. He ran home. I knew he was going to score. He rounded second. When he rounded second, Soto wasn't even at the ball yet. So I'm like, this guy's going home. So nobody out. And that's the bottom of the batting order, by the way. So now we're back to the top of the order. O'Neill Cruz up. Nobody out. Man on second. Told you this game is far from over.
Yeah, I'm in a very qualified sounding answer for Mookie. I'm not sure if he's signed off completely on the bundle. Is the answer interesting ever?
Peralta's up to 63 pitches now. I mean, it's his first start of the year. It's a little shaky today. First start of the year, little shaky. But hey, man, you know, he's new. He came from Milwaukee. Come to New York, man. You got to be a little nerve-wracking at first. But he'll be fine. He'll be fine. That's what we always say, right? It's a little shaky. I got to admit, he's a little shaky today. But hey, Paul Skeens got knocked out in the first inning, so that should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot about what it's like to open up first game of the year. O'Neill is 1 for 2 tonight, by the way. This afternoon. Hold on one second. And Brandon Lau is on deck, who is 2 for 2. He's 2 for 2, and as we know, 2 home runs, totaling 3 runs. O'Neill lost his bat. Oh, no, he struck out. He did strike out. Okay, that was strike 3. I thought it was strike 2. Brandon Lau's up. Please, Peralta, don't give up another homer to him. Goodness, man. Don't give up 3 home runs to this guy. Brandon Lau is the first batter since 2017 to hit 2 home runs in his first 2 at-bats with his new team. And they said who did it in 2017. I don't even know the guy's name. They just said it and I already forgot it. So it wasn't anybody big time that did it. But Brandon Lau, Brand new team. Came from the Rays. First 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, totaling 3 RBIs. So Pittsburgh and the Mets both have 6 hits apiece. Come on, Peralta. 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It said Lau hit a home run off Peralta's fastball, and his second home run came off a curveball. So Peralta's got to really be very careful here. Don't let this man hit a 3-run, because he hits one now, it'll tie the game. There's a man on second base right now, 1 out. Yep, that's Lou. He's probably uptight. Four players in the history of the game have hit 3 home runs on opening day. Only 4 players in the history of the game. Why don't they show who did it? I could look it up, but, All right, Bruin, I thought you already left. It's a quiet afternoon in the basement, Bruin. I thought you already left. I may be on later on, Bruin, but I'll be on a lot this weekend anyway, man, either way. I might come on for the Lightning later. But I thought you already left. I thought it was just me, Manab, and Mean Green in here. I know Angus is watching, but he's at work. Lou's at work. He's watching. So, all good, Bruno. Always appreciate the support, man. All good. Man, it'd be great to be at Citi Field right now. Just be there, opening day atmosphere, man. It's such a long season, though. It's a really long season. That's why people are getting so hyper over, oh, no, he's running. You better get that out. Boom, 2 outs. Man moved up to third base. Finally, we get Brandon Lau out. All right, let's get the next out. Get out of the inning and don't let the man score from third. Being Johnny Obvious right now. Johnny Obvious. All good. Strike 1. Let's go. Brian Reynolds up. Brian Reynolds was like a sought-after player just a couple of years ago. He's kind of fallen off. He used to play second base. He was like a sought-after player for a while. I think Boston was looking at him. The Yankees were looking at him. And he's always ended up just staying in Pittsburgh. But he didn't have a very good year last year, so I think maybe that buzz about him has fallen off. Tobias Myers is out in the bullpen. He is a very, very good pickup for the bullpen. Very good pickup. Peralta's up to 77 pitches now. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, man on third. Need to get out of this inning. Do not give up another run. Let's go. Good block by Alvarez there. And they got a good backup catcher, Luis Torrens, who's a better defensive catcher than Francisco Alvarez. Luis Torrens is I think Alvarez is the better hitter. It's kind of like when Mike Piazza played for the Mets. The guy was not a great defensive catcher, but man, he was to me, he's the best hitting catcher of all time. And everybody says Johnny Bench, and you're going back in time, and I get that, but Mike Piazza, to me, was the greatest hitting catcher of all time. Johnny Bench probably the greatest overall, all-around catcher, but then you had a lot of other catchers that were great too, so it's hard to say. Let's go. Brian Reynolds is don't they have a pitch clock? It doesn't seem like it's being used today. Some of these pitches seem like they take forever to get going. Full count, 3-2. We had 0-2 with no balls, 2 strikes. Now it's a full count, 3-2. Top of the 5th inning. Come on, man. Let's get out of this. Dragos, welcome into the basement. Hold on one second. Let's see this pitch here, man. Come on. What's going on? It's the Mets, man. Dragos, it's the Mets. It's the Mets. I hope so. I mean, Freddie Peralta, when you really think about it, 3 of these 4 runs came off of the bat of Brandon Lau. He couldn't, I mean, the guy gives up 3 runs off 2 home runs by Lau, 3 RBIs. He's given up 6 hits. You know? And they better hang on, Dragos. They better hang on, man. Welcome into the basement, too, man. I'm usually on at night more than I am during the day because the basement usually is moving and hanging and stuff. So, man, definitely check us out at night as well, man. Welcome into the basement, brother. Rick the Ninja, NBC. Do they show it? Because I haven't seen it yet. Are you asking if they show it? We're out of it. So Freddie Peralta's not having it's opening day. We can't be that critical, right? I mean, we didn't expect to throw a no-hitter. Paul Skeens, he outpitched Paul Skeens. That should say that's a good day. Is that not a good day? That's a good day. You outpitched Paul Skeens. We witnessed, you know what? You can tell your kids, hey, one day, hey, I saw Paul Skeens. Yeah, I saw him get knocked out in the first inning. I saw it. It actually happened. You'll never see that again. You'll never see that again, going to the bottom of the 5th inning. So when Freddie Peralta pitched well, he outpitched Paul Skeens. Yeah, he pitched well. He just didn't pitch well to Brandon Lau, right? He just didn't pitch well to Brandon Lau. Cool, Dragos. It'd be great to have you part of the basement, man. We got a good crew in here. We really do, man. At nighttime, we got a good crew. We got fun in here. It's trivia. This is a Thursday at 1 in the afternoon, and most of the guys that come on here are at work. So that's just the way it is. But I came on anyway. And Rick, look at what Dragos said, Rick. Definitely need more runs. And Rick the Ninja, who's been with me for a few years, had the most famous statement in here. 1-800-RUNS-NOW. Call 1-800-RUNS-NOW. That's what we were doing. Call 1-800-RUNS-NOW. Wow, Elijah, what's going on, man? What's happening, man? What's happening, man? Just stuck here on Thursday afternoon. Figured we'd get on and do a game, man. Do any game. Let's get on here and do a game. What's going on, Elijah? What's happening, man? Good to see you in here. Wow, that's a surprise. What's good, man? What is good? Most of my basement crew's at work. So, yeah, what is good, man? Great to see you in here. Stella says what's up. Manav, OG Manav saying that. What's up, Elijah? Rick the Ninja, 1-800-RUNS-NOW. Dragos, we have a saying in here, 1-800-RUNS-NOW, and that is done by Rick the Ninja, who was sat in here with me a few years ago in the most boring Royals-Yankees game. One of the most boring games you'd ever see in your life. And he hung out with me the whole time. So, yes, Marcus Semien up now. Bottom of the 5th inning, 6-4 Mets. Every time we get a run, we give one away. Look at Paul Skeens. Got to respect the man. He's still in the dugout. He's still watching the game. He's not one of those pitchers that Marcus Semien, O'Neal Cruz, fly out. Yo, O'Neal Cruz already missed a ball out there. He keeps covering his eye. Why is he not wearing sunglasses? Man? He already misplayed a ball in the sun. Already did it. I mean, it's fine. It worked out for us. Already did it. Here comes Carson Benz, the minor league superstar for the Mets, batted .281, 15 home runs and 73 RBIs last year for the Mets. He's 0-2 today, Oklahoma State. So, the Mets give players chances to coming up. He made the roster, man. That's big time. And I think it's also because Mike Tauchman got hurt. And they signed Tommy Pham back, as I already mentioned, for veteran presence. I'm sure Tommy Pham will be coming up to the majors. If this kid doesn't work out, they'll be bringing him up. Parents can definitely outlive us, Dragos. Yes, they have to be left in a will. She's only 1. She just turned 1. So I'm not going to live to 120. So, yeah, she's probably going to outlive me. But, yes, she'll be still in the family. Regardless, she will still be in the family. And that won't be for years and years. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out, nobody on. I believe for Freddie Peralta's day is done. And I said, overall, a good first start, man. He outpitched Paul Skeens. He walked off the mound with a lead. Tobias Myers will be coming on the hill. He is a good relief pitcher. So let's see what we can do. 2-2, 2-2. Now, I'm looking forward to the NBA playoffs and the hockey playoffs. I'm looking forward to that, man. That starts April 18th. I'm ready for the regular season to be over and get going with that. Full count. Come on, Benj. Come on, Benj. Do something, man. It's his first game in the pros, man. You know he's nervous. Full count. Another foul tip. Good, man. Keep working that count. Keep working that count. Let's go. Walked them. Very good. Walked them. There you go, baby. All right, so we got a man on first, 1 out. I think they're changing pitchers. Pittsburgh is changing pitchers right now. Changing pitchers. Pittsburgh this has been basically a bullpen game for them. Can you imagine? Paul Skeens starts for you and he got pulled in the first inning. Got a lefty coming out. He's facing Francisco Lindor, who'll be batting from the right side of the plate. He is a switch hitter, as you guys know. So, yeah, this is interesting. I'll tell you what, man, the Mets just got it. Giving up Jeff McNeil, I get it. Giving up Brandon Nimmo, I get it. Giving up core guys that you weren't winning with, meaning a ring, I get it. I don't get the Pete Alonso thing. Edwin Diaz also, you should have, come on, man. You don't give the guy an offer, right? You give the guy an offer, but you say there's still room to negotiate. The Dodgers just came in and said, what are you asking for? Here you go. And he joined them. How do you play around with, arguably the best closer in the game, Edwin Diaz? How do you even play around with that? So they lost him, but Pete Alonso is the biggest, scratch your head move. He had a career year, another career year last year. The guy didn't fall off at all. You made him wait forever just to sign him back to 2025. You made it in the offseason you made him wait forever before he finally signed the deal with the Mets. Played his heart out yet again, and you let him walk to the Orioles for a 5-year deal over there that they could have given him here, and then you replace him. It's nothing against Jorge Polanco, except the fact that you don't play first base. Polanco can play multiple positions, but he's never played first base, and for some reason, it's told it's the easiest position in the infield. Technically, it probably is the easiest position, but it's not an easy position. You think sitting there and waiting at first base and having guys whipping balls to you that are high, low, mid-chest, out here, you got to stretch out, keep your foot on the bag, scoop balls off the ground coming at you, and you're not used to playing the position? You got Bo Bichette, who is a brand new third baseman. Moving from shortstop to third is not easy. Ask A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, who at the time was arguably the greatest shortstop when he was on the Mariners during that time. Derek Jeter, of course, I would take over A-Rod any day of the week. I'm just talking about at that time with Seattle. It was A-Rod and Jeter and Nomar Garciaparra, remember? He was part of that trio of great shortstops for that era. And he moved to third. It was a hard time. Cal Ripken moved from shortstop to third. He didn't have an easy time at first. So Bo Bichette's a brand new third baseman. Hope it works out there. But he's going to be throwing balls to first. Polanco, man, I hope he does well there because they don't have a backup first baseman either, by the way. But you got rid of Pete Alonso to bring in guys that had no experience. I was surprised the Mets didn't grab Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, the Yankees brought Goldschmidt back like recently. Like he was a free agent forever. I know he's an older guy, but man, at least they would have had backup support with a guy that knows how to play the position. If you're not going to get a big-time player, you want to try Polanco, that's fine. But if he doesn't work out at first, man, that's a big problem. You're going to have to trade. What's going on, Tumbo? Welcome into the basement. Alvarez, base hit. Benj moves up to second base. We got Alvarez at first. Hopefully, Francisco Alvarez has a big season this year, man. He had a lot of injuries last year. He spent, I think, a month down at Syracuse. Then Luis Torrens took off. He played really well at the catcher position, and he's a great backup to have on the team. So Alvarez had a great 2024. I hope he gets back into that and just stays healthy. He looks like he lost some weight, too. He's a fiery guy, though, man. I know his heart is always in it. I don't question his heart for the game. Francisco Lindor back up. These guys have been batting a lot because of that first inning. Can you imagine scoring 5 runs off of Paul Skeens in the first inning of a game and getting them bounced out of the game in the first inning? I bring that up because that's how elite and how rare you'll see that. I feel sorry for the next team that's going to face Skeens, even if it's the Dodgers. He's going to make somebody pay for that. Noon Tumbo, yes. I'm on a lot at night. I do a lot of Knicks games and hockey games, basketball. We're going to do a lot of NBA playoffs, and I won't just do the Knicks. I'll do a lot of other teams too. Big matchups, I will do them. The baseball is just getting started, so we're getting back on that. Hopefully the Mets move on. Hopefully the Mets move on this season. Taking a lot of risks. The GM took a lot of risks, and I think the bullpen getting redone was good too, man. Outside of Edwin Diaz, but that some of the moves they made at the trade deadline, they got bombed. Like Helsley, I think that was Helsley, yeah. Gave up 20 runs in 16 innings, and we traded for that guy. Now, again, it's always funny because the people you trade for sound like really good moves because they were great players before they came here. Then they just talk about the bottom falling out. Bases loaded with Juan Soto coming up. Bases loaded, Juan Soto coming up. Come on, Mets. We need more runs, man. The 2-run lead is just not going to cut it for me. I'm still on last year's thing where Freddie Peralta's probably done, and that kind of falls in line with what the Mets did last year. Most starters lasted 4 or 5 innings. Then they put a lot of pressure on the bullpen to take over, and the bullpen they got bombed a lot because they're out there all the time. You need starters that can go at least 6 innings. Goodness, when I was growing up, I'll sound like the old man on the porch right now, but complete games were a thing. Pitchers came out to throw complete games, not make it to the 5th inning, and we'll have our bullpen guys do the rest. Career with bases loaded, Soto has a .317 average and 2 grand slams. Let's make it 3. He has nowhere to go either. Bo Bichette, this is also where Pete Alonso would have come in nicely. Pete Alonso was Juan Soto's protection. You had Juan Soto, and if you tried to pitch around him, then you have Pete Alonso right behind him. Now you have Bo Bichette, who's a good hitter, but he's not a home run hitter. He's not a home run guy like Alonso. There we go. 2-0 on Soto. 2-1. So, yeah, I know, Stella. 2-1. Soto just swung at ball 3. That's all right. Come on, Juan. He hits a grand slam. It'll be 10-4. We should cruise after that. That's through. That's going to score 2. That's 1 home. Yes. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. 7-4. 1 run came in. He didn't. Benj came home. It was Alvarez on second. I was saying, I forgot it was Alvarez. He doesn't have speed like that. Bases are still loaded. 1-run scores. The Mets are up 7-4. But can you imagine this is opening day and Pittsburgh's going to like use their entire bullpen? This is crazy. With Paul Skeens starting, this is nuts. Bichette up now, bases loaded. You have Jorge Polanco and then Luis Robert after that. So this is the meat. This is the middle of their order, man. So let's go. He already has an RBI today, Bichette. Let's get some more. We always need more runs. 1-1, 1-1. We always need more runs. Bless you. Two and one. Oh my gosh, man. I think this is their fourth bullpen pitcher Pittsburgh has used. Yeah, the Mets right now have to blow this game open. Bichette just swung it a – come on, man, that was high. I know it's like armchair quarterback here. That was high and inside. I don't know why he swung at that. Again, armchair quarterback. What do I know? I wouldn't even be – I don't have that talent. So the Mets have 8 hits. Pittsburgh has 6, but a lot of those hits for Pittsburgh came in the first inning. And a couple here and there after that. But come on, Mets, let's go. We're up by 3. Let's make it more. Bichette is swinging at a lot of high and inside, man. Come on, Bo. Come on, man. He's throwing high heat, and it's – I mean, I don't blame him. He has 2 strikes. You don't want to strike out looking. If it's too close to take is the term. If it's too close to the striking out, yeah, that's the term. Too close to take. When you have 2 strikes, you can't take anything close and then strike out with the bases loaded. You want to try at least get another sacrifice fly. Most pitchers leave the game when they get embarrassed, like Skeens did today, and he's still in that dugout watching the game. I love that. That shows a real team, because pitchers are usually like, they'll just leave when they're done. Oh, that was right over the middle of the plate. Bichette fouled that off. Oh man, that was right over the middle of the plate. We're on pitch number 8 now of the at-bat. Pitch number 8. This Matson relief pitch has already thrown 21 pitches. Another foul ball. That's 5 foul balls in a row. 5 foul balls in a row. That's like the 6th foul ball in a row now. He's still at bat. This is like the 9th or 10th pitch of this at bat. And this relief pitcher doesn't have many options. I think he throws a fastball and a curveball. He doesn't look like he's throwing anything else. Ten pitches this at bat so far, 7 foul balls. 7 foul balls. This is the 11th pitch of the at bat coming up. Another foul ball. Man, Pittsburgh's going to have to go to their bullpen again. They're probably hoping to get this guy throw a couple innings, not anymore. He's thrown, of the 11 pitches, 10 of them have been fastballs and only one changeup. Another foul ball. This is crazy. I think he's hit 8 foul balls in a row. Man, if he hits a grand slam now, this place is going to go nuts. Struck out. He threw a slider, something he hasn't thrown in that entire pitch sequence. He threw all fastballs, one changeup, and just now he's throwing like 98. He just threw an 88-mile-an-hour slider, and he got him on that, and it was a ball. But again, if it's too close to take, you can't take it. So, I mean, he worked that at bat, but you got to get, I'm being Johnny Obvious now. This pitcher's thrown 27 pitches, and 12 of them were to one batter. Polanco's 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a single and a walk. 2-0. This is 2-0. Oh, man, let's walk. Get him a walk. 2-0. Three and 0. Might walk a runner in. We'll take it. Might walk a runner in. We'll take it. Yeah, we will, Stella. Absolutely. Willie walk and we're on in. Let's go. Four-pitch walk. 8-4 Mets. Eight to 4 Mets. I'm going to go eat my lunch now. Have a good evening. And Manav, always appreciate you joining the basement, man. You're a long-time follower. Always appreciate it, Manav. Hop back in. This game will probably still be on for another hour or so. Hop back in when you can, Manav. That'd be great, man. Matson's up to 31 pitches this one inning for them. 0-1 on Luis Robert. There's nobody warming up in Pittsburgh's bullpen right now. Nobody. I mean, they don't want to exhaust their entire bullpen in the first game of the year. First game of the year with Paul Skeens starting. That's crazy. They probably thought, Skeens will throw a great six innings and have a guy cover 7th and 8th and then bring your, whatever. Oh, no, Luis Roberts, yes. Oh, my gosh. This is an awful start for Pittsburgh. More mistakes. 9-4 Mets. Everything's just falling apart for Pittsburgh right now. Luis Robert hit a check swing. Oh, man. Luis Robert is fast on top of that. So he kind of went with a check swing, tried to, and hit the bat so that it starts going forward. The pitcher tries to cover it, and then he let it go, and the second baseman wasn't really that prepared. So the pitcher didn't get the first base in time. Luis Robert beat it out. Bases still loaded, 9-4 Mets. This is like, if you're on Pittsburgh, this inning is like an eternity right now. Now they have a guy warming up in their bullpen. That's Lou. Yep. This is the second time this game that the Mets have batted around. Brett Beatty led this inning off, and he's up again. In the first inning, they batted around. They're giving the pitcher, they're coming out to the mound right now. The pitching coach is coming out, and they're just having a conversation to let the guy warm up in the bullpen. That's where they're at with that. All right, so the pitching coach went out there just to talk about what they're all doing after the game, if this game ever ends, because they're just BSing time so the bullpen pitcher can warm up. All right, Brett Beatty, 2 balls, no strikes. Is he going to walk another run in? Again, Brady had that 3-run triple earlier in the game. That looks like the Pirates have gotten mercy. Beatty has flied out. The inning finally comes to an end for Pittsburgh. The Mets have picked up 3 runs in that inning. Maybe Peralta will come out for another inning. Maybe we'll come out for another inning. Who knows? It's 9-4 Mets right now, going to the top of the 6th. And Lou just texted me with a good point. Last year, the Mets, with the bases loaded, they would have struck out. They would have gotten no runs. They wouldn't have worked the counts. They would not have worked the counts. The Mets' batting order last year, they would have struck out or gotten out. So Lou just brought up that point to me, and it is true. It is true. What Bo Bichette did, even though he struck out, was true, man. He worked a 12-pitch at bat, fouled off 8 balls. Even though he struck out, he really worked that count. And then we get the run anyway. Then Polanco works the next count, walks. So this is a different look right now. I know it's game 1, but what a way to start. What an impression. What an impression.
Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound.
What's this? Ready whenever you are, Michael.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. Excellent point, Rick. They haven't even hit a home run in this game. It's 9-4. They haven't hit a home run. And again, Rick, I've said it a million times already. Paul Skeens started this game. And Pittsburgh is emptying their bullpen in game 1 of day 1 of the new season. So when Freddie Peralta, they can say, well, he gave up 4 runs, or he's little. He beat Paul Skeens today. Paul Skeens got pulled in the first inning. And Peralta pitched poorly to one batter, Brandon Lau. This is crazy, Rick. It's crazy, man. But like I said, it's exciting. One thing about following the Mets, and then when you follow the Yankees won 7-0 yesterday, and the haters out there all talked about Aaron Judge doing nothing in game 1. Like, that was a bigger conversation than the Yankees winning on the road and Max Fried pitching lights out, right? That's like the whole focus of the media and social media was all about Aaron Judge. What poor guy, man. He's a great guy. He's not involved in any controversies. He's great with the fans. He's great with the media, too. It's just insanity, man. This guy, he's not even the highest paid player. He took a pay cut to stay with the Yankees. I mean, and you would think the Yankees lost yesterday because all that was in the media was Aaron Judge. It's like, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Marcell Ozuna. 2-1 on. Look at Paul Skeens today. You'll never see this again. He pitched .2, 2/10 of an inning. He gave up 4 hits, 5 earned runs, only struck out 1 and walked 2. You'll never see that again from him. That'll never happen again. Fly out to Lindor, 1 down. Top of the 6th, 1 down already. Ozuna flew out. Pittsburgh, they probably just want to get out of here. They got tomorrow off because we have 3 opening days, which is so odd to me. It's like you have Group A, B, and C. That's not technically what they call it. I'm calling it that. Group A opening day is yesterday, Wednesday. Group B is Thursday. And then we'll have the rest of the teams opening day on Friday. What is with that? It's so weird because, like, usually when you have opening day and your opening series, you have back-to-back games. Like, you play all 3 in a row. So, like, the Mets start with the Pirates today. We're off tomorrow. And it's Saturday and Sunday they finish their up to 3-game series. What's with the 3 opening days? Very, very bizarre. Very bizarre. Ryan O'Hearn up. I only remember him playing for the Orioles. That's what I remember Ryan O'Hearn for. I didn't even know he went to the Padres last year. Why would I? I'm not a Ryan O'Hearn historian. Because it said he last year with the Padres, but he started the year at Baltimore. He's always been on Baltimore, which where Pete Alonso is now. We should still be wearing this jersey. Yeah, Al Leiter. I always liked Al Leiter. He started with the Yankees. Al Leiter started with the Yankees. He was a great pitcher for the Mets. Great announcer. He's very knowledgeable with the game. Everybody likes Al Leiter. But, yeah, he started with the Yankees. Way back. I think it was like 87 or 88. He started with the Yankees. It was around there. It was like early times. Uh-oh. That's gone. That's gone. Ryan O'Hearn, home run, 9-5 Mets. See, the Mets always let teams hang around. 9-5, typical Mets, letting teams hang around. Sorry for bigging up Tobias Myers, man. I said this guy's a great pitcher coming out of the – I'm just making jokes, but I mean, goodness. Well, Rick, the Mets haven't hit a home run, but the Pirates have hit 3. Can you imagine that? The Pirates have hit 3 home runs in this game. The Mets have hit none, and the Mets are up 9-5. That's an interesting fact, Rick. I never thought about it that way till just now when he hit the home run. I'm like, wait a minute. Going off your point, yeah. Going off your point. Dez, fam dweller Dez, basement squad partner Dez. What's up, Dez? Dez is in the basement. Dez, not all the dwellers are at work. I think Dez. They're all at work. And Stella. Yeah, that's Dez. That's Dez. Dez is in the basement, Stella. Yeah. All the dwellers are at work, Dez. It's not as busy in here today as it is, even Lou is at work, Dez. Lou, the diehard Mets fan, I thought he might be taking off for this. But he's at work today, too. So here we are. But the Mets are winning 9-5. 9-5. I wish we were at this game, Dez. Yeah, Lou's been in the chat, though. Lou has been in the chat. Yeah. He was in the chat earlier, but he's at work. I just assumed he was going to take off for opening day for the Mets. Angus was in here, Manab, Bruin, Rick. A lot of usuals, but, it's a Thursday early afternoon. Most people are at work. So anyway, it's 9-5 Mets right now, top of the 6th inning. This should be the third out. 3 outs. Mets are out of the inning. They gave up 1 home run. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Simeon, Benj, and Francisco Alvarez coming up. Rick, you're going to have that song stuck in my head now. Thank you, man. Thanks, Rick. I'm going to have that song stuck in my head now, man. Thanks. Hey, Rick, by the way, how do you like the Geno Smith thing? I like it, but I'll tell you why I like it. But what do you think? What do you think of the Geno Smith thing? And I like it. I like it. To me personally, Rick, they're getting him for $3 million, a veteran minimum, right? And the Raiders are eating $16 million or whatever it is remaining of his contract. And honestly, if you didn't get Geno Smith, who was out there? Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins. You're going to get in a bidding war for Kyler Murray? And who was out there? I honestly feel for who was out there. And the Jets traded for Geno. You know why? Because if Geno become a free agent, someone might have – the Vikings wanted him. There was teams that wanted him. They might have been outbid for him. And they would have lost out. And, I think Geno coming back is going to have a chip on his shoulder. I'm not being delusional. You know what I want to see, Rick? I want to see competitive games out of the Jets. Even if they don't make the playoffs, which I don't think they will. Can you give us like a solid 7-9 wins with competitive games? I like the inspiring leaders they got on defense. Bringing back DeMario Davis was big. He's an inspiring guy for the locker room. They need that. Minka Fitzpatrick's a big move. They made some good moves on defense. I think Geno's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove something. He knows he's going to be the starting quarterback for 1 year, right? If he does really well and they draft a good quarterback next year, we'll see. But they only got him for $3 million. I didn't want Kirk Cousins. He never wanted to play here anyway. I don't blame him. And Carson Wentz, I didn't want him. So I think for getting him for $3 million, I think, realistically, can you give us like 7-9 wins and give us some competitive football? If we lose, let them be close games. I don't want the last 5 games of the season that we just had, Rick, ever again. Ever again. I turned the game off in the first quarter of the last 5 weeks of the season. So, me too, Des. We got to do that this year. We got to do that. And we got to get up with Kevin and Sean and go to some games. We definitely do. Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. I was telling these guys about Citi Field. It's a great-looking stadium. Marcus Simeon up now. Brandon Nimmo was traded for Marcus Simeon, which was an interesting trade because Simeon's like 35. Great infielder. Great second baseman. He's 2 for 3 today, too, by the way, for everybody worried about his bat. I was one of them. Yeah, Rick, it's interesting. It's an interesting move, but that's why I like it, because considering that's a fly out to O'Neal Cruz. One down. Carson Benj is up now. Carson Benj, by the way, Rick, played his heart out in spring training for the Mets in spring training, and he made the team. How long have we been hearing about Spencer Jones for the Yankees? It's just like 4 years now. You're hearing about how great this guy is. They won't trade him, and he never gets a chance on the team. Like, when are they going to give him a chance? Oh, Benj. Is that gone? Boom, 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 boom. Carson Benj, rookie. Hits his first home run for the Mets. First home run as a rookie. Boom, 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 Stella. Yes. Good for the kid. That is great for the kid. Boom. Yes, 10-5. Benj with the home run. Paying off right off the bat. Beautiful. I also know he got the opportunity because Mike Tauchman, who they brought over from the White Sox, tore a meniscus. So that opened up the doors big time for Benj. Code, another cellar dweller, and first Ozzy in the basement. Yep, he came out for a curtain call, and he deserves it. What an opening day for the Mets. What's going on, Code? Code, you're up early. What time is it in Australia? Oh, no, it's probably morning time now, right? Francisco Alvarez up now. 9th batter in the order. Pittsburgh wants this day to end. I wonder why Pittsburgh doesn't have an NBA team. I don't know. That's a good question, Code. That's a good question. I don't know. You know, it's funny. Tampa, and I live there. They don't have a basketball team either. I know Orlando. Orlando's about an hour away, but it's on I-4. And also you're heading toward Orlando and Disney World, so that's not always a fun travel to go see the Magic. Yeah, Tampa has 3 teams, and they don't have a basketball team either. It's interesting. I don't know. I never really thought about that, Code. Good question. Code, can you believe that Paul Skeens started this game? What an exciting day for him. That's my whole point, Rick. Like the Yankees keep talking about Spencer Jones over and over and over and over and over, and he never gets to play. They never bring him up, and they won't trade him. No, he's too valuable to trade. Well, when are you going to see him? Carson Bench has a tremendous spring training for the Mets. He had a great AAA last year. He made the team. Alvarez. Oh, my gosh. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. See, we're going to get her to say it sooner or later. Stella's going to say it. Alvarez with a monster home run. The Mets are pounding the Pirates 11-5. This is an incredible opener for them. Again, Paul Skeens really did start this game. Me too, Mean. Me too. It'll happen. It'll happen. It'll happen, Mean. It will happen. Francisco Alvarez, the outfielder didn't even move. Brian What was that, Stella? Hello? Looked like she almost said it. Brian Reynolds in left field for the Pirates didn't even move when Alvarez hit that. Let's go, man. Let's go. The second half of the Mets last year, with the bases loaded, they would have struck out. This team and Paul Skeens started this game. They ran Paul Skeens out of the game in the first inning. They ran him out in the first inning. You'll never see that again this season. You'll never see that again. Pittsburgh is unloading their entire bullpen in game 1 of. I'm keep saying it over and over because it's unreal. Paul Skeens had a 1.9 ERA last year, 1.97 ERA. That's unheard of in today's baseball as it is for a bad team. Lindor grounded out. 2 outs. Soto coming up. So I keep saying it because that is so incredible. 5 runs in the first inning ran Skeens out of the game in the first inning. It's nearly 7 a.m. I'm up early because I work early. Oh, that's right, Code. Okay, because when I started at 1 in the afternoon, I figured most of the Australian guys wouldn't have been here. Now they're hitting homers. You nailed it, Rick. You nailed it at the time. Your point was taken. Lindor. Oh, no, Soto. Everybody hitting the ball up. That's the warning track. That's it. Going to the top of the 7th. The Mets are piling on, which is what we needed. Last year, they would have gotten 5 runs. And I always say second half of the season because the first half of the season, the Mets were like 63 and 44 or something like that. They were like really good, and then they just fell off the ladder. Mark, welcome into the basement, man. Yes, let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, absolutely. We do everything in here, man. Mark, we do everything in here. But yes, join us, man, for this new exciting Mets team. Knicks playoffs coming up. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's do it. Boy, this was great. I'll tell you what, when the Pirates took a 2-0 lead on the Mets at the top of the first inning, I said, man, Paul Skeens, we're giving him a 2-run lead, and he hasn't even stepped on the mound yet. He already has a 2-run lead. I thought we were going to be battling to try to get those 2 runs back. Here we are. Yes, Stella. Yes, here we are. Apparently the Yankees ain't playing Spencer Jones because you guys – they have too many outfielders. I know, but that's just what sucks for a player like that. They had this guy years ago named Greg Bird. They could never make it up. Do you realize Carson Benz – this is what's showing what you do. Carson Benz killed it in AAA last year. Killed it in spring training this year, and boom, he starts with the Mets having a great first day already. If you're on the Yankees, you got Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez, who just got sent down to AAA. They would be on almost any other team in Major League Baseball. Those guys would be starting on the Rays. They'd be starting on most teams in Major League Baseball. The Yankees are so overloaded with their outfielders and they're so worried about winning the championship every year that these young stars may never get a chance. I mean, like really worried about winning. Every team wants to win championships. You understand what I'm saying? But they're built on making championships. It's championship or failure. So it's what happened there. Anyway, so a guy like Carson Benz gets a huge chance here, gets a humongous chance. Like Mike Tauchman got hurt. That really opened the door for him. The Mets brought back Tommy Pham, for those that don't know. The Mets brought back Tommy Pham, probably as it's a good move. They signed him to a minor league deal. He's a great veteran. He's been around the league. He's played for the Mets before. It's a safety rule. To me, it's security in case Benz didn't work out. You got a veteran there that can come in and knows how to play the game. And Tommy Pham's a feisty player, man. He works at bats. He's an older guy now, but he's been around. He's not going to be intimidated in situations. I like the security blanket there. Yes, let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Come on. I like the security blanket that they have there. I just hate the Pete Alonso move. I still hate it. I hate it. How is Pete Alonso not on the Mets? How is Pete Alonso not on the Mets? All due respect to Polanco, but I mean, we don't have anybody playing first base. Polanco hopefully works out there. He's a good hitter, man. He's not the power hitter Alonso was. And it's his first time playing first base. And we don't have a backup first baseman. I guess Brett Beatty. They might try him there. But to me, it's like you're taking a chance with guys that aren't playing first base. Like I thought the Mets should have gotten Paul Goldschmidt at least for a veteran first baseman. He was a free agent forever. The Yankees just re-signed him back. And he was there for the taking. You could have started Polanco at first, but at least you would have had a veteran backup that knows how to play first and is a clubhouse leader. Paul Goldschmidt is like the ultimate leader. He's respected everywhere he's gone. And he was just out there as a free agent. I know he's older. He played okay for the Yankees last year, but it's a good security. So what the Yankees do? Oh, you're still out there? Great, come on back. You can back up Ben Rice and help him learn the position. Continue to help him learn first base. I thought the Mets should have done that. O'Neal Cruz up. O'Neal Cruz, 2 outs already. Tobias Myers still moving along. He went to Baltimore. Baltimore signed him to a 5-year deal. They didn't even make him an offer. The Mets didn't even make Alonso an offer. I like all the Mets moves. Just 2 I don't like. Edwin Diaz, you should have gave him what he wanted. Now Devin Williams is your closer, and we know how he was shaky with the Yankees, and he gave up that 3-run bomb to Alonso a couple years ago in the playoffs that he blew the series for the Brewers. And he was shaky with the Yankees. The second half of the season, he was decent for the Yankees. He was decent. Kind of looked like the old Devin Williams, but now you got him as your closer. Let Edwin Diaz walk, man. Those are my two issues, but overall, I'm happy with all the moves you make. I get trading Nimmo. I get getting rid of McNeil. You can't keep bringing back the same what's it called? Bringing it back, playing it back, bringing back the same team. They weren't winning with them. And the second half of the season last year was atrocious. 3 different times the Mets had 7-game losing streaks. One of them was, I think it was 8. But 3 different times in the second half of the season, you lost 7 in a row or more. The bullpen imploded. You didn't have starters that could make it past the 5th inning. They were all injured. And even when they weren't injured, they were getting smacked around. You dropped 2 out of 3. You still had a chance to make the postseason, and you dropped 2 out of 3 to the Marlins. You just had to win 1 more, and you lost. You dropped 2 out of 3 to the Marlins. And you didn't make the playoffs, man. The Marlins, for some reason, played the Mets extremely hard and played dead for everybody else. But, again, we shouldn't have even been in that position to begin with, right? Shouldn't have even been in that position to begin with. But that's over now. It's over now. It's over now. We got a real number 1 guy in Freddie Peralta. Clay Holmes, I hope he does what he did last year. I thought Clay Holmes was going to be a starter. That's going to be a joke. I was wrong. Clay Holmes was actually their most consistent starter last year. Consistently good. He was consistently good as a starter. Hopefully that continues this year. Sean Manaea, I think, is starting in the bullpen. Senga, I'm like this with Senga. Like this. I think they pushed Jonah Tong too quickly last year. I'm glad they working him in AAA and let him come back up and not rush him up. They rushed him up and he just didn't work out well, but I still think, we'll see what happens with him. It's good they send him back down. Let him get started again. MLB is the only sport you can get draft pick number 1 and not play for 5 years. So true. So true. Oh, hockey too, though, Code. Hockey too. You can get drafted high and start out in the AHL, in the American Hockey League. You can be buried in the AHL for a while. You can. You can be a number 1 pick, and if you're not playing right off the bat, especially if you're playing for a high-end team or high-end expectations, you're going to go to the AHL for a while. It does happen. But, yes, overall, you are right, Code. Baseball, you could be a number 1 pick and just be buried in AAA, especially if you go to a team like the Yankees. A team that I think it was CC Sabathia was in the booth last year, and he said it as a guest. The problem with the Yankees, and he's a Hall of Famer for the Yankees, is that you don't have time to develop the young players. If you're not like Anthony Volpe, if you're not Derek Jeter right away, you're gonna get booed and you're gonna be gone. It's not a great place to develop players like other teams would be. So, like I said, Jason Dominguez, Spencer Jones, these guys are in AAA, and they probably would be starting for, I'd say, 75% of the teams. They would be at least on the bench. Way back, second Aussie dweller in the basement. Way back is here. What's up, Way back? What's going on, man? Yeah, the game started at 1 o'clock here in the United States, so I didn't figure I'd see any Australians in here. Code was the first one to pop in. Occasionally, Bond comes around, which I would think would be 3 in the morning for you guys. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning right now. The Mets are up 11-5. 11-5. Man, what a game! What an opener! What a way to like go through. And speaking of our relievers from last year that were terrible, Gregory Soto is on the mound. Remember? Oh, is that going to be a excuse me single? Nope, it's an out. Bichette broke his bat, flew out the left field. Remember Gregory Soto, Met fans? Remember Gregory Soto? Guy was a merry-go-round on the bases when he came out on the mound last year. Helsley was bad enough, but when Soto came out on the mound too, it's like, oh, man, it was a merry-go-round on the bases. Soto and Helsley came. Now, he was good when they traded for him, but when he came to the Mets, it's like he was pitching underhand. And I don't mean softball underhand. I mean literally like underhand. because he gave up 20 runs in 16 innings when he was with the Mets. Cedric Mullins, like the shell of himself when we got him. Yep. Oh, that's right. Starling Marte is on the Royals. I always liked Starling Marte. I thought he was a very good Met. And he was older. I get why they got rid of him. But Starling Marte, he's on the Royals now. I forgot about him. So, yeah. Orioles. Yep, Pete Alonso went to the Orioles. Man, he should be here. He should be here. Here. He's a Met. He's a Met for life. Like, he's a Met. He should be here. Should be here. There's no excuse for letting him go. They didn't even offer him a contract. It's crazy. It's not like you got rid of Alonso and brought in like Vladimir Guerrero. Like, it's not like you brought in somebody where you can kind of understand why that happened. There's no understanding this move. There's no understanding the Pete Alonso move, and you brought in somebody. Again, I like Polanco. He's a good hitter. He's a switch hitter, and he can play other positions. I hope he can play first base. That's all. You got rid of a big bat. It's not like Alonso was like a gold glove first baseman, but the guy knew to play the position. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Code in footy, you typically play your first year if you're drafted number one. Typically spend 2 to 3 in reserves before delisting if you don't break out. Yeah, I think that – well, that I didn't know. So, okay. But I think that in baseball, it just depends on what organization you land with. If you land with Pittsburgh, you probably get a chance to play, develop. The pressure's not there like you're going to get in New York or Boston, Philadelphia. And plus the fan base, man, you know, when a guy's developing and you put a tag on him like Anthony Volpe, I mean, Yankees, they could have drafted Gunnar Henderson. Philadelphia could have too. I think Philadelphia went with what? Brandon Stott? And the Yankees went with Volpe. Gunnar Henderson is like 10 times better than both of them. But when you come in and you're filling the shoes or trying to fill the shoes of Derek Jeter and being sold to the fans that way, that's a little unfair. That's very unfair. Well, Gregory Soto, after I trashed his time with the Mets, 3 up, 3 down. Going to the top of the 8th, guys. Going to the top of the 8th. I think I just lost my place in what I was saying, which would be nothing new. Oh, yeah, so certain teams you do, but when you get a tag like that, you don't think that kid Volpe's going up there with tons of pressure? And he's not Jeter. You know what? Didi Gregorius, I believe, was the one that was the very next guy after Jeter. It's like Tino Martinez replacing Don Mattingly. You know he's not going to be Mattingly, and the guy did great. But when you go to those kind of teams, you don't develop right away. The fan base is going to turn on you very fast because we were told you're going to be Jeter. They're not selling us like Carson Bench is going to be Darryl Strawberry. Say, hey, man, he's up here. He's going to be a great player. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see what happens. It's different New York teams, different styles. There's not as much pressure on the Mets as there is with the Yankees. There's not. There's pressure from the fan base. The fan base will get on you, but we give you more leeway. Heavy winds and rains, really? You guys are going to be entering your winter soon, aren't you, way back? Because we're going to be entering our spring and summer now. It's 70s. It's like low 70s today. Wow, we had this is going to be 43 on Saturday. We're kind of like winter's trying to hold on, man, but we're starting to break out. Cullen, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Cullen's in the basement. What's going on, Cullen? Now the Australians are breaking in. Slumby, another cellar dweller accounted for. UK is in the building. What's going on? Popping in quickly to say hello. You guys are all going to work now, right? That's good, Slumby. We've been in here. It was just me, Manav, Bruin, Mean Green, who's still here. Mean is still here. Rick the Ninja was in here earlier. So I knew it's a Thursday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Lou was in the chat, guys. Lunicorn, Louis the Lip. He was in the chat. But he's working today, too. I thought Lou was going to take the day off for Mets opening day, but he's watching from work. So, unless you're the Lions, they had a player on the reserves for like 8 years who barely played senior football, retired. I believe it. That sounds like What I'm mentioning, the guy for the Yankees, Spencer Jones, it sounds like something that would happen to him. You're in the AAA forever. Brandon Lau is up. He is this is the biggest hitter for the Pirates. He's 2 for 3, has 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. He's responsible for 3 of the 5 runs that Pittsburgh has today. His first 2 at-bats as a Pirate were both home runs. One was a 2-run shot, and the other was a solo. He's the second guy since 2017 to go to a new team, and his first 2 at-bats are home runs. How do I know all this? Because I listened to the announcers. I wouldn't have known that. But I did know Brandon Lau played for the Tampa Bay Rays for a long time. See, Polanco, come on, man. All right, we got him. Mishandled the ball, but he saved face. Now, Polanco is used to playing like second base, so look at me. I was ready to jump all over him. Like, if I had a ball hit at me that fast, I would have had my nose broken. I would have been able to get out of where all his fans were all these armchair quarterbacks, man, about they should have done, he should have grabbed that. What is he doing? Picture us out there. You kidding me? That ball took a wicked hop. It hit off his bicep, bounced out to the side. That would have hit me right in the face. That's right, Stella. You can laugh at me too. That's fine. Because that's what would have happened. Gray and gloomy here, way back, but no rain yet. Cullen, how far are you guys away from me? Hey, way back, by the way. Cullen brought it up yesterday. You guys need to do a basement crew, get a basement crew together and go to the Rams and Seahawks in Australia. Guys, that was the NFC Championship game this past January. Those are 2 of the top teams in the NFL. Those are 2 of the top 5 teams. Obviously, Seattle won the whole thing. The Rams were one of the final 4 teams. So it's like a big game. The NFL is sending you guys, not the Jets and the Browns. They're sending you the Seahawks and the Rams. That's a huge game. That would be awesome to see pictures if you guys could get to that game. That's right. And the salary cap needs to be in baseball. It does. It needs to be in baseball. I don't like all the technology. I don't like the ghost runner on second. I hate the automatic runner on second base. I'll always hate it. I'm fine with the pitch clock. I thought I wasn't going to be, but I'm actually fine with it. And the ABS system, by the way, it's only been used once this game. If it's going to be used that little, it won't bother me. It was used once today so far. It was only used once. But Marcell Ozuna up now. He's 0 for 3 on the day. 2 outs, nobody on. Tobias Myers, I told you guys, he gave up 1 home run, but who cares? He's pitching really well. And I don't want them to not have a season next year. Don't go on strike. They're going to lose a lot of people are already. It took a long time to get them back from the last time baseball had a strike. They can't do that, man. They got to work this thing out. And I know a lot of it will be over. But billionaires outlast millionaires, guys. Hockey didn't have Ozuna. Oh, that was a foul ball. Is it going to stay in the park? No, it went into the stands. Hockey, when they had the strike and didn't have a season in 2005, they didn't have a season. And guess what? When they came back, there was a salary cap. You know why? Because billionaires outlast millionaires. They hate losing money, but not every player in baseball is a millionaire. Everybody says, "Oh man, these baseball players, all of them, they make all this money." Some of them make a lot of money, but there's a lot to play. It's all a lot of money. But there's some players that make $700,000 a year. $800,000 a year. That's a lot of money. I would like to make that a year, but they can't but if they don't play for a year or two and they have bills, and they're living a higher lifestyle, they want that strike to end. So yeah. Steve, another cellar dweller accounted for. Steve, the Dallas Cowboy diehard fan. Now everybody's showing up. Buffalo, you are a joke as teams, as a city, as everything. Josh Allen, you better leave this city. Boston, you suck. Steve coming in strong. Steve, Gunner and Bruin are not here. Gunner and Bruin are not here to go back and forth with Steve, but I love your tenacity right off the bat. Steve jumping in right off the bat, attacking Buffalo and Boston fans. Bruin was here earlier, Steve. This game started at 1:15. By the time it started, it was like 1:25. They were here earlier, Steve. They're not here now. Gunner's not here. I think Gunner's at work like everybody else. But Steve, I love it. I will. You might have to wait on that for these guys to be here. You just missed Bruin. He left like an hour ago. So I didn't know what I was going to get today. Thursday at 1 p.m. I mean, people work. Even Lunicorn, who will be joining us for Met games this year, guys. Lou will be joining us. But he went to work today, and he's a diehard Met fans. And he went to work. Rain yesterday. It's nice out here today, man. It's going to rain here tomorrow. 8 p.m. here, but I'm watching Wales play in the World Cup qualifier. Nice, Slumby. So it's 8 p.m. for you in the UK. It's 7 a.m. for way back in the boys in Australia, and it's 4:10 here in the afternoon. Look at that. All around the world is in the basement. All around the world is right here with us in the basement. Hey, what happened here? They just bumped the Mets game for the Phillies. How'd that happen? What? Hold on a second. Texas Rangers and Philadelphia Phillies. What? The NBC just booted the Mets off. They probably didn't expect the game to go this long. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this, man. There's still 2 more innings to go. Hey, that's crap. Hold on a second. See that? NBC has game after game after game, and tonight they have the Dodgers starting their opener, so it's back-to-back games. So they just booted the Met game to start the Philadelphia Phillies and the Texas Rangers. Hold on a second here, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can find where they put the game to. I want to see the end of the game. That's crap. What is it? Going to be on some app now? Here we go with this nonsense. I have the Mets sport, but it's not on Sports News. I think because NBC play. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, this is BS. If you're watching NBC right now, they literally just went to the next game that they had scheduled. It's not on the normal Mets channel because NBC paid for the rights to have it on their channel, on their network. So the normal Mets network doesn't even have the game. Oh, that is lame. Hold on a second. That is, by the time I figure it out, the game will be over. I don't know if they're showing it on another channel. Hold on. This is BS. Peacock. Hold on. Peacock. I don't even know if I still have Peacock. This is going to take 10 years. What inning are they in now? What a joke. They just booted and they're just doing the opening stuff for the Texas Rangers and the Phillies. They're just doing the opening thing like they could have still shown the Mets, and then when the game actually started, they could have went to it then. Are they kidding me? Are they kidding me right now? Look at all this I got to go through to get – all right, hold on. I think I got it. Today's technology, what a joke. No, way back. No, I have not heard from Mr. Marine, Staff Sergeant Thomas. Have not heard from him. Again, this has happened before with Staff Sergeant Thomas. It's happened before. We know he has a lot of health issues. He has a lot of heart issues. We're hoping he's not in the hospital. We're hoping he's not in the hospital. I just hope that it's anything but that. All right, we got it back. Bottom of the 8th inning, 11-5. I had to switch and find the game. Marcus Semien up, 1 out, nobody on. Game's almost over anyway. It's bottom of the 8th inning. We're up 11-5, comfortably up 11-5. Well, that's crazy. We didn't really miss much. We missed one Met getting out. But why? Oh, NBC booted the game and kicked it to an app. Can you imagine that? Remember in the past, guys, you guys have been with me. Most of you have been with me a few years. Remember when this has happened in the past where a game that's nationally televised gets booted so they can keep to their schedule for another game? It took forever to find out what, and then another app just picks it up. Remember, I was unable to find games in the past. Now I understand some of the chaos. I understand some of the chaos. So we found it. All right, back on. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. All the Mets have to do is close it out in the 9th, and this game's over. And now I lost my place in here because I was trying to do all that. Oh, here we go. Slumby seems to be, man. He chose the Bulldogs. He seems to be. Carson Benj up again had the big home run for the rookie. And his first game as a New York Met in front of the New York crowd hits a big home run. He's got to be loving life. I knew you were still here, Mean. That's awesome. We have our OG dweller who's been with me. Anybody I call OG has been with us a long time, Mean. And Rick the Ninja, we call him that because you never know when he's going to pop in. He doesn't stay in the chat long, but he'll come out of nowhere with an answer, like out of nowhere after days or even a month. Then out of nowhere, Rick the Ninja pops in. So that's why we call him the Ninja. You never know when he's going to. You never know when he's there. But he was one of my original guys when I started doing lives. Like one of my Mr. Marine is my overall original. He was with me when I was uploading videos, and I was like, I'm okay now, but I was like really bad then. I'm going to review one of my original videos. I took them all down because they were awful. They're like really bad. My son back then begged me not to put them on, and I was so happy to make a video. I'm like, just put it on. Show me how to upload it. Let's do it. He's like, don't. This is awful. I'm like, just do it. And we did it. And he was right. They were really bad. I'm going to review them on one of my own videos soon. And they are awful, man. But we'll have fun with it. Anyway, Rick the Ninja was one of my original guys. He sat in here in the most boring baseball games. And ones that if I wasn't live, I would have turned them off. We had like 2 guys in the chat the whole time. And I felt bad. I'm like, if I turn this off, these 2 people I have are never going to come back. It stayed on. Anyway, that's the story behind that. Code, especially since that was like 4 years ago, I think. Code, especially since the Yankees are playing someone younger at Dominguez got sent to AAA. He's down in AAA also. Yeah. He just came up. I mean, he was the talk of the town 2 years ago. Last year, he was decent. And he had a decent year last year. His outfield was still questionable. That's what I mean. On organizations that aren't hard pressed to win championships, even if he was on Baltimore, he would have had time to develop. Here it's like, hey, dude, get it done. We're going to send you down. Get it done. Let's go. Volpe gets 9,000 chances because they claimed him to be the next Jeter. And it's just blowing up in their face left and right. The guy got out more times with runners in scoring position than anybody else in the entire league last year. He was like the last guy on any team that you'd want up with runners in scoring position. And he had a ton of errors. And I think honestly it's because he feels this pressure and they refuse to bench him. Now he's hurt now. I think Caballero, right? I think Caballero's starting for them at shortstop. But whatever. Hey, man. Every time I see your name, I think Mean Gene Oberlin. That's a compliment. Mean Gene Oberlin from it was WWF at the time. All right, so the Mets didn't score any more runs. Top of the 9th coming out. The Mets are 3 outs away from closing this out, guys. 3 outs away from closing this out. Going to the top of the 9th. Yeah, it's weird doing a game on a 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday. I was debating if I was going to do this or not because I was like, a lot of the dwellers aren't even going to be here. Everybody's going to be at work. And I said, a lot of the Australians are going to be asleep. And Slumby, I didn't know what time it was in the UK, Slumby, to be honest with you. I don't have one. The basement doesn't have like an Australian clock, a UK clock, a USA clock. I don't, like you might see at your post office. I don't have all of that. 1,000 miles away from Wayback. Oh, come on, man. That's nothing, Cullen. That's nothing. It's a bit of a ride right there, Cullen. A bit of a ride. Yeah, I was here when he said that, but I'll be in Canada. That's a little bit further than 1,000 miles. That's right. Tony, though. You get with Tony and Bagger Dave. I haven't seen Dave. I see Dave in my uploaded videos a lot. I haven't seen Dave in a chat in a while. 1,700 kilometers. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I would have thought, Cullen. I would never figured that one out. Remember, I graduated high school, I don't know, like over 34 years ago. Steve, nobody will give international fans the Jets game to watch. It will start another international war. Hey, the Jets have been to London, Steve. They've been to London more than once. The Jets, I believe, I know they played the Falcons in London, and they played the Dolphins in London. The NFL had the nerve and the gall to send the New York Jets, who I've been a pathetic fan of for 44 years, they sent them to London. Why? Now you go to Australia, you sent real teams, Seattle and the Rams. Those are two real teams. Seattle won the Super Bowl, and the Rams were one of the final 4 teams standing at the end of the season. So those are real teams that the Australians get to see. So, yeah, Steve, it happened. It did. The Jets went to London at least twice that I know of. We get it organized on Discord. Absolutely, man. That'd be so cool to see you guys there. Sit around the 50-yard line. That's my suggestion. You guys are Cullen and way back. Guys are hey, Cullen, by the way, before you came in, there was like 6 of us in here. It was like Manav, me, Bruin, Mean, Yankee Kyle. There's just a few of us. Cullen, for like the first 2 hours of this stream, I was caught up with the chat easily. I'm usually 20 minutes behind. You guys are there. Code. Philly Fanatic hijacked. Yeah, they went to commercial from the Mets. Garcia on the mound. We just need 3 outs. That's it. Luis Garcia on the mound for the Mets. Ryan O'Hearn up. I still remember him as a Baltimore Oriole. Pittsburgh seems like they got a decent batting order, man, this year, as opposed to other years. And for the 9,000th time, Paul Skeens got knocked out in the first inning of this game. 5 earned runs, 37 pitches, and pulled. Like, that statement you'll never hear out of anybody's mouth, like maybe ever again. But he will make the next team he pitches against. He's going to make somebody pay for that. Yeah, it went to the commercial from the Mets, and then it comes back, and I'm looking at the Phillies. And the Rangers, I'm like, what? I thought I hit a button on my remote. Like, how did this happen? They didn't even say anything. They went to commercial and came back with the opening at Philadelphia. And then the Dodgers are after that. So if the Phillies and Rangers go long, I guess they're just going to cut that game off and go right to the Dodgers. The way Buffalo lost is something Buffalo. That was a rough one. That was a rough one, Steve. Fumbles, turnovers. They gave up 10 points, 10 extra points in the first half when they were driving. James Cook fumbled. Josh Allen fumbled. That gave another 3 points. I remember that game because I was watching it. I really thought Buffalo – I mean, this was supposed to be Buffalo's, year. Oh, that's in the gap. All right, so there's nobody out, man. It's second and third now, nobody out. Second and third, nobody out. What? Whoa, what's going on, Gabe? What's happening, man? What is happening, Gabe? What's happening? Let's go, Mets. Gabe is in the basement. What's happening, man? Let's go, man. Mets better not blow this. Second and third. Nobody out. Garcia better close this out, man. Great to show up. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in. Mets had a great game today, Gabe. Great game. Knocked Paul Skeens out. I've said that 9 million times. I'm trying to make myself believe. It's so hard to believe that actually happened. What is going on, Gabe, man? It's awesome to have you in here, man. All right, we got 1-1. 1-1 from Garcia, second and third. Near town. Oh, you guys, I don't know anything about where you guys live. I do. Yeah, Slumby, I found it. Now I know I'm behind because I found it 10 minutes ago. You do? They switched it here. I mean, literally, I had to find this on Peacock. Slumby was right. I'm more of a borderline, though. I'm more of a borderline to where I'll put it this way. If the Jets and Giants aren't playing, they'll show Philadelphia Eagles games where I live. They don't show me anything else. So if those teams aren't playing, I'll see Eagles games. So we're right on the border. NBC cut it. They cut it here. I had to find it on another channel. You could listen to it on the radio. Oh, you can still do that here. You can still listen to the games on the radio. Got him. Struck him out. No love for the Mets and think they're watching a Philadelphia team is better. It's the same thing. No love for the Mets from NBC, right? And they think watching a Philadelphia team is better. By the way, not for nothing, going to your point, Steve, about teams choking. I mean, the Mets definitely choke a lot. Philadelphia is always supposed to be the team that come out of the National League, and they never do. They always find a way to – they even lost to the Diamondbacks, right? Then they lost in the World Series in 2022 to the Rangers, the Texas Rangers out of nowhere. They lost to the Diamondbacks in the playoffs. And Diamondbacks went to the World Series. You forget that. The Mets play again Saturday, 4:10. Sunday they play. They're not showing the time. They're showing the upcoming schedule for the rest of the games, and they're not showing the times. I know Saturday's at 4:10. I don't know what times the other ones are. Sunday night, though, that's another hit. That's going to score both runs. That's all the way to the wall. It's 11-7 now. That's definitely scoring both runs. 11-7. Mets just got to remind Met fans that, hey, we're still going to make it interesting for you guys, for you fans. We don't want you getting too comfortable. Man on second. Bases clear and double. 11-7 now. Still a 4-run lead, but Devin Williams warming up. Better not be the Devin Williams from the Yankees. Better be the oh, man. The Mets are letting the Met fans know this has been a great day, great opener. We knocked out Paul Skeens, but don't you dare think that we're going to let you breathe easy in the 9th inning. Don't you dare think that we're going to let you breathe easy, because we're not. You're going to make you sweat this out anyway. Colin, can't remember the last time I listened to a game on the radio, but I used to love listening to baseball games on the radio. Benj is the future, man. What a great opener for this kid. You know, they brought Tommy Pham back, Gabe. They brought Tommy Pham back. He's in the minor leagues. I know they did it for security purposes, because Mike Tauchman tore his meniscus. And, how is that not a strike? Yup, he tapped his helmet. At least the ABS is a quick review. It's a strike. Okay. How many times, does anybody know, how many times can you challenge a pitch? Is it once per at bat? I think it's once per at bat. But that's only the second time I've seen it this game, so it's not as irritating as I thought it was going to be. I still don't like it. I like the human error aspect, but I thought I wasn't going to like the pitch clock either, and that doesn't bother me. But Benj is the future, man. So you got a thing with Mike Tauchman getting hurt. Tommy Pham, that's good security. He just signed a minor league deal with the Mets. They brought him back, and it's good. It's good that they have veteran experience ready to go if Benj didn't work out. But, man, what an opening day for Benj. I get that a lot. My first name is Andre. I remember that, mean. High fly, Juan Soto should have this one, and he does. That's 2 outs. Man on second. We're almost done, guys. Mean Gene was a legend back in the day. Yeah, he was. Mean Gene Okerlund, way back. Gorilla Monsoon. Remember Bobby DeBreen, Heenan? I remember every Saturday morning waking up and seeing all those guys way back. I watched a lot of wrestling, like most of my friends growing up, man. The 80s, Ric Flair was in his prime. Mr. T, me and my friends were all Mr. T fans. We went from Mr. T in Rocky 3. We went from Mr. T in Rocky 3. O'Neal Cruz up. Well, it's 4:30 here, Slumby. So it's 9:30 for you right now. Is it 9:30 at night for you? It's 4:30 here. Strike one. Strike one on O'Neal Cruz. GMC, subscribe, bell notice, man. Join us for these games. And the Knicks playoffs, New York Knicks playoffs coming up April 18th. Join us. That's the main focus in here. This team, the Knicks and the Tampa Bay Lightning for the hockey. Yes, greetings from Ireland. Look, we got Ireland in the house, UK in the house, Australia in the house. We got tons. Let's go. 1 and 2. Down to the last strike. Let's do it. Ben Graham. Yes, he was like our best player. He was a punter for the Jets. He was a good punter. And he should be. Coming from footy, they should be automatic punters. O'Neal Cruz fouled it off. I don't know what that is, Slumby, but I'm sure he does. Josh Allen, Peyton Manning, who chokes more in the playoffs? Well, Peyton Manning has 2 rings, Code. Peyton Manning made 4 Super Bowls and has 2 rings. So I wouldn't put Peyton Manning. Josh Allen doesn't have any rings yet. Peyton Manning has 2. That's it. Boom, 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 boom. 11-7. Mets win. 11-7. That's the final. That's beautiful. They play again Saturday at 4:10. I will try to be on for that one. Let's see. That is a final. Peyton Manning won 2 rings now. And I have a hard time calling Josh Allen a choker. This year was bad. I won't give him this year was bad. But the previous years, guys were dropping balls. The defense gave up the 13 seconds. Man. They had the game. Josh Allen usually is the one that brings them to the point. And last year, he was throwing, not this past season, last season, he's hitting digs. He's hitting these guys, Gabe Davis, right in the hands, and they were dropping balls like AJ, like Brown was doing for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts was, sorry, I'm throwing it right to your hands, and he's dropping them all. That's hard to get around, man. That's hard to get around. Boy, Code, you're going to have to go at that with Gunner. Gunner's going to go through the roof when he sees that. Code, I know you guys did it in the Discord. You got to get Gunner in here, man. I look at more as the Buffalo Bills historically for him has been this year, yes, Josh Allen made a couple of bad plays in the playoffs, but previous years, man, it's really been on their defense. It really has. And their wide receivers dropping everything. Slumby, I don't know how NBC works for you on my app. It's an NBC Plus. It's a NBC Sports channel. So it's not NBC. It was NBC Sports channel. It's weird. I'm about to get out of here, guys. I'll go through a few more of these, though. I know, man. I saw fans back. Hey, they did it for protection. I think they did it for protection. Fam was out there forever. I still hate losing Pete Alonso. Gabe, I hate losing Pete Alonso. And they didn't replace him. Polanco, okay, he's never played first base before. And they don't have a backup first baseman. I guess assume they're going to use Beatty if things go south with Polanco at first. Polanco could play other positions. I always thought with Paul Goldschmidt hanging out there forever, yes, he's older, but at least he has experience at first base. He wasn't bad for the Yankees last year. He was out there so long, the Yankees took him back because he's a good mentor for Ben Rice. Well, they took him back, veteran leadership. But, I mean, Pete Alonso, man, they didn't even offer him a contract. It's not like they brought in Vlad Guerrero to replace him. You know what I mean? That would be more understandable. Hey, you know, the Mets brought in Vlad Guerrero and they let Pete Alonso go. Okay, like that would be a little more understandable. I just don't get. I do not understand the Alonso move. They didn't even offer him a contract. That is so bizarre to me. I've been listening to the game while at work. Then they switched to the Phillies. See, they switched to the Phillies. Same thing here. So I'm not the only one. See, guys, I'm not the only one. Gabe, it happened to him too, and I know him. It happened to him too. I have Peacock. I don't have all these apps, and I'm not going to get any more. I don't have all these apps. It's crazy. And please. Yep, it's terrible. I went on YouTube and saw you live. I didn't even know you still made video. I do. I'm on here a lot. I still do it. I somehow have like 4,400 followers now. Somehow have that. We're just a hangout, Gabe. We just hang out in here. We talk about every sport in here. Yeah, sure, man. I'll be on again Saturday at 4:10. I should be on again. And the Knicks playoffs. I will definitely be on for all the Knicks playoff games, Tampa Bay Lightning games. And we're going to squeeze in baseball as we go along. The way Hulk Hogan was famous back then, still unbelievable. All over the world. 100%. Yeah. So famous back then. I remember the first WrestleMania was Hulk, Mr. T versus, was it Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful? I think that was the first match. Like the main event in the very first WrestleMania, I believe. I know it was Hulk and Mr. T. I believe they wrestled against Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, and Roddy Piper. I really think that was I have to look it up, but I think that was the first one. All right, Colin, catch y'all next time. With the Saints and Cardinals. Ben Graham did go around the league. I would think most footy players would be great punters. I mean, why not? Guys, on that, thank you so much for showing up today. I did a 1:00 Thursday afternoon game. Lou will be on for these Mets games. Most of the time, Lou will be on. He was at work today. He's the most diehard Met fan I know. And he even didn't call out of work to watch this. But I know he was probably sneaking it at work. Anyway, guys, we will see you all soon. Thank you so much for the support, continued support. And you guys know me. I will be on again probably tomorrow or Saturday. Yes. Join us for more, Mark. Join us for more. Boom, 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 boom. And the Mets, Mark, did a Mets thing. They didn't want us to be, hey, Met fans, in the ninth inning, we're still going to make you a little nervous. Just going to make you a little nervous just to let you know we're still the Mets. We're still not going to make it easy on you guys. We're going to have second and third, nobody out, and we're going to give up a couple of runs because we didn't want you to get too comfortable. But we'll take the win. Carson Benj is being interviewed right now. Big start today. We knocked out Paul Skeens. Let that sink in. We ran Paul Skeens off the mound in the first inning. Mark, because you know it's true. You know it's true, Mark. You know it's true. It wouldn't be the Mets to get a 3-up, 3-down, ninth inning. You got to make your fans sweat it out. You have to sweat it out. I didn't really, yeah. Well, I'd be lying if I was like, oh, man, come on now. Giving up a 2-run, no, whatever. We won. Let's go. I'll see you all next time around, which probably be tomorrow or Saturday. Yes. I'm out, guys. Thanks for the support. Love it. Appreciate it. Later.